Well, good morning. Top of the morning. Top of the morning to you. How's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling? I gotta tell you, that little intro I threw together really pumps me up a little bit. Gets me going. Gets me riled up. Those seductive aerial views of glamorous Cincinnati, Ohio. They're beautiful. They're beautiful. I hope we're all doing well. I hope we're all having a lovely weekend. Shane, look, man, I'm doing my best here, pal, okay? There's a lot of setup. There's a lot of setup involved. I can't just turn on the camera and go, you know? The Knife Nerd! Everybody sub to the Knife Nerd. Welcome to the Fu Man Shoe Club. Welcome. Welcome. Welcome aboard. Coles is in the chat for our dude, the Knife Nerd. Another Cincinnati boy. Ripper, thank you. I worked really hard on that intro. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Experience Precision, how's it going? Michael Morgan, Jason Brown. Knife Eclectic, as always. As always, how are you? Hey, it's good to see you. It's real nice to see you. Thanks for being here, man. Terry T-Rex, what is up? Will be Z-Man. Everybody check out Z-Man's channel, too. Good stuff, good stuff. Let's see. Who else? Jay Dizzle in the house. What's up, Jay? Marcus, my dude, how are you? Aberdeen Blades. Nick Martino. Dark Gravity. I see you. I see you. I appreciate you. I respect you here in the house of the Lord. Hallowed be thy grind. Oh, boy. Mr. Imler in the house. How are you? Did a nice sharpening live last yesterday. Yes. Yes, he did. Jason Brown, how are you? Mr. Imler. Michael. Mikey, how are you, man? Hey, man. Hey, man. Hey. How you doing? Klaus, I saw your comment earlier. What's Instagram? Nobody knows. It's a mystery. Maybe someday we'll figure it all out. But as it stands, who knows? Let's see. Who else? Just the boys. Top Dog. First one. Insta what? Insta who? Big Boar, how you doing? G-Ball, Max, what is up? I'm just going to let people filter in. And while that happens, I'll let you know what I've been carrying this weekend. For the most part, it's hard. It's hard. I got to tell you, it's hard being a knife reviewer on YouTube. So I've been carrying this because I'm in love with it. The Tristate, the Ultramar made by Rayot. It's about 4 or 5 year old knife. I really hate that clip. I love the skull clip. Don't get me wrong. I love the skull clip. But here, look at the difference here. Rounded on the Liberation here, but it's this stabby, toothy point right here that when you're using it, your finger rests on it. When you go to unlock it, like that's the natural resting place right there. But other than that, love it. I've been carrying the Bronc a lot. I've been really impressed. I'm putting that S90V to the good test. Tucson TS204 maybe? I don't know. One of you sent me something on Instagram that there was a blacked out blade version of this somewhere, and it was pretty sick looking. D-Metal, what's up, man? But this thing, people complain about their heat treat. I gotta tell you, I've been impressed. I've been impressed by the way that blade's performing. I have been carrying both the MBKs, but the old guard the most, to be honest with you, the past week. Focus up. You dirty whore. There it is. I've been carrying this, man, and I gotta tell you, I'm a big fan. Yeah, a good camera makes all the difference in the world, but today we're gonna discuss that you got a pretty damn good camera in your pocket. It's just knowing how to use it, and that's what we're gonna work on today. What else have I been carrying? I haven't been carrying Knife Eclectic's knives that much because they're too expensive, and I'm afraid. It's the same reason why I haven't been carrying Mike Imler's knives, because I can't afford to replace them if I break them. And I'm good at breaking stuff. You know. Nick Martino, did I get my Shaman yet? No. So the Shaman and the Spidey Chef are done. Ooh. Chef's kiss, dude. They do some just astronomically insane work, the knife modders. I had a mental image, you know what I mean? No. What they did was, like, beyond my expectations. Insane stuff. Insane. Insane. I'm getting some weird shadows on my teeth. Looks like I'm missing a tooth. I assure you I'm not. Max, how are you? Blaze Burger, what's up? What's up, Needle Bearings? You're never too late to be sacrificed around here, pal. Never too late. Never too late. Never adjust the clocks again. Leave them here. Dude, I was fucked up this morning. I gotta be honest with you. Man. Because I woke up at my usual time. My alarm went off at 9 o'clock. That's my weekend wake-up time. And I was like, oh, where am I? It was rough. It was a rough morning. Who else we got filing in? Lonely Stacker, how are you, man? Byron Kennedy, what's up? What tips the scales for the old guard? So for me, the XLC is the only other one I have, and it's a flipper only. It's insane. Integral, full titanium integral, M390. Everything's dialed in. Super slicey blade. It's also really freaking big. They're both pretty long knives, right? They're both biggins. I got the caffeine shakes hard this morning. Woo! Well, they're both real big knives. You guys see that? But for me, it's just the fidget factor. And this is so insanely smooth because it's running on those washers. Man, the action's crazy. The action is nuts. Sorry, babe. I had to do it, you know. So I missed church? Yeah. No, we're at church, Terry. We are here, okay? We are in church. But the fidget factor, I mean, the blade cutting performance, blade shape, blade steel, everything like that's the same. Pocket clips the same on both of them. I just like this one a little bit better. A little bit better. For me, if I can only have one mode of actuation, I'll take thumb studs or a deployment slot over just a flipper, right? That's why I'm so obsessed with these freaking stupid coffee cans, right? Focus on the coffee can. That's why I love these so much. Yeah, for me, Ripper, I'm after the mini old guard. Because as much as I love this, I feel like the mini would be like the perfect size for me. Z-Man, hallelujah, man. Amen. My alarms were going off every 3 to 4 hours all night. They're 2 weeks old today. Your alarms? Why? But why? Jay Dizzle, I was supposed to get with you about making scales for something, and I don't remember. Why? I don't remember. Don't remember what I was supposed to ask you about. Okay. Boy. Yeah, but Jay Dizzle, everybody check out Jay Dizzle on Instagram. Does some crazy work. Considering he's a one-man band. Got cat hair on my microphone. Really bugs me. Talica, where's he at? Did he finally get in here? Welcome, Talica, to A. It's good to see It's good to see you, man. Welcome. Welcome. Welcome to the house of Tristate. The Church of Tristate. Leo's in here too. Louie's in here. What's up, everybody? How we all doing? A knife timeout. Yeah, Nick Martino, I needed to borrow back the Altus so I could like get the B-roll filmed and start like the review process on that one. I really haven't carried it that much because Kara likes it so much, and I have so many other knives, but I did borrow it back from her for some pictures, and I got to take some videos of it and stuff like that. But yeah, good stuff, good stuff. Oh God. Yeah, the Deca has been a daily user for me as well lately. Really crazy cool knife. It's just so much better than almost any Benchmade. And you guys know the only Benchmade I like better, right? And it's not even all Benchmade. Is this beauty right here, man? I'll never stop bragging about it. I'm so in love with it. CPM, good morning, man. How you doing? This is the best Benchmade ever made. You know what I mean? You're about to buy the Spidey Chef. I love it. I love it. I love the Chef. I don't know if you saw the Knife Modders put a video up of my Chef. I'll actually pull that up because it's pretty damn sweet. It's pretty damn sweet, dude. Let me tell you. Also, Talica, holy crap. Thank you, my dude. Coles is in the chat for our dude Talica. Calls is in the chat. The 1,000 screw deck is great. It weighs nothing, and yet it is solid as a rock. And that's always my big complaint about the bug out is it feels cheap. It has this air of chintziness to it. You know what I mean? Kevin Gamble, how are you, dude? What's up? But this, man, this feels solid as a freaking rock. I'm loving it. Loving it. Absolutely the bug out killer for me. Let's pull up the knife modders right quick. Just right quick. Let me exit out of that. Ba-ba-bum. Hello, Marty. Ooh, boy. Let me tell you. Let me tell you some. Okay, that's fine. Let me shrink myself down here. Wait a minute. Wrong one. Wrong one. Hold on. Let me shrink myself down here a minute. Shoop. Look at this. Would you just... oh. Stay. You stay there, head. I'm going to turn that up. Check this out. Check this out right here. Look at that. Huh? What do you think about that? But you can tell when they show the reverse. Oh, I'm so pumped. I love it. I'm in love with it. I love that knife before they started fucking with it. But there's this huge scratch on the blade. I have used the fuck out of that knife. I love it. I love it. And now I'm in love with it, right? It's a thing of beauty. Really, I'm really excited. I think they're mailing those out on Monday. She's a beaut. I've watched this video like 100 fucking times. I love it. Yeah, I was just like throwing shit at them. They are, you know, all things considered for the amount of work and man hours that go into it, I think the total bill for both knives was like $260. So 130 a knife, full ceramic coat, all the nightmare that goes into getting a polished anodized mustache and then Cerakoting it. Yeah. And then this, the diagonal kind of, what do they call that? Tree barking? The angled barking, if you will. Woof woof. That's a lot of labor, dude. That's a lot of man hours. So I could have, here's the way I'm looking at it is like, with that $260, I could have bought a whole new knife. I could have bought a really nice new knife. But as far as I'm concerned, for that $260, I'm getting two brand new knives. Like, they are nothing like what I sent to them. The Shaman was so fucked up, I didn't even carry it. And the Spidey Chef just was the perfect blank slate for them to, you know, fool around with. But I am blown away. I am overjoyed. I really am. And then for those of you that haven't seen it, here's the Shaman, the Shaman stash, the stash man. Yeah. It whole new knife, man. I'm super pumped about it. You're still in bed, Shane? Get up. It's almost noon, pal. Thing of beauty. So excited. Oh, dude. Oh, speaking of knife mods, they added thumb studs, and I'm not sure what else they did. I'm pretty sure blackened. Okay, blackened thumb studs. Sick, right? My Arc Form Slimfoot will be getting thumb studs. Let me show you a little something. Let me show you a little something. Don't drink and mod, kids. Where is it? Jesus Christ. Oh, God. So, you know, I've been in love with the bolt-ons, right? The coffee cans. Because they're so easy. They're removable. They don't do any permanent damage, right? Crazy. Really cool. So I was like, screw it. We have the technology. I started drilling a hole in this Bestech Texel here with a hand drill. It was a mistake. Don't do it. I had fine carbide bits. Started cutting great, but if you don't maintain a perfect 90-degree straight in and straight through, you're going to cook your bit, right? I'm lazy. I didn't want to drive to my parents own a fully functioning, substantially sized machine shop. Just CNC machines and drill presses and grinders and everything I could ever want, right? But I'm too lazy to go there. So I put a hole in this, started putting a hole in this. I finished putting a hole in it where I had started the first hole. I went up to the machine shop. You may see an issue right away. And if you don't, focus. Does anybody see the issue here? Does anybody see the issue? Anybody want to take a guess what I did wrong here? Because this hole is for a thumb stud. And the thumb stud fits in the hole perfect. It sits flush inside this. Anybody seeing any problems here? I did go there. I did go to the machine shop. But I had started this here at home. And when I started it, watch. Watch where that hole goes. Now do you see the issue? You see where the what happens when there's a thumb stud in that hole? Ooh, boy. Don't be lazy. I have the tools. I have the ability. I have the know-how. I'm just fucking lazy. And it's not even that I'm lazy, it's I'm so fucking busy, dude, all the time. So, I'm gonna have to put a new hole in it. Oh, God help me. Yeah. So, yeah, the thumb stud won't let you close the knife all the way when it's in there, and it'll only let you open it till about here. So you're stuck in this weird... So what I might do is I might just extend this into like a deployment slot is what I might end up doing. And I ended up not even using like the special carbide bit. I just took a carbide end mill, 3/16 inch. It took me an hour and a half to get halfway through this blade stock by hand. It took me 3 fucking seconds to just melt through this thing. 3 seconds. It took me longer to bolt it down on the mill than it took me to just... It just cheese grated through it. Straight through. 3/16 inch carbide end mill. 4-blade. Just like it wasn't even there. Like it was a piece of fucking paper. So I'm an idiot. I'm lazy. Don't be like me. So that's why I did it on a budget knife. I do love the Texel. I think this is the best budget, best tech knives ever. Action's great, running on bearings. That blade is crazy slicey. D2, really well treated. The pocket, there's a screw missing. I just can't win, you know? I don't know if that shot off while I was poking a hole in it or what. Hey, mod the scale. Just say, fuck it, leave the hole where it is. And just, well, no, because the liner, it, like, look at... Like, I'd have to just dig all this out and then dig this whole thing off. Yeah. So, yeah. One of those things. Yeah. Don't be like me. Don't be like me, kids. Yes, Cue Ball in the house. Got some sick, gnarly stickers made for Cue Ball. As many knives as that man ships around. He needed some stickers. Just to get the Cue Ball brand out in the people's hand, out there in the world. I love it. Chaz, what is up, man? How you doing? D2 Arca Aura, I haven't seen you in a while, but good to see you. Drew Beck, SBD Mini, Tempest, Damasteel coming soon, boys. No, because I have, where is it? I'm going through my box of loaners over here. Because I have this, and I like to use my knives. I like to use all of my knives. I broke down a shitload of cardboard with basically a discontinued Chavez yesterday. Because I was like, I gotta know, how does it cut? And then I scratched up the blade finish, and I don't give a shit. Because I love it, and I'm keeping it forever. But I have Knife Eclectic Marty's Slim Pickens in on loan. And it doesn't come out of the pouch. I'm afraid. It's so pretty. Fuck, dude. I don't want to scratch that, and I will. Right? The machine shop's about a 30-minute drive, but you have to think, I work 40 hours a week, downtown. Yeah, Louie, look, and yeah, it was the first time I'd ever tried to mod a blade other than just like, you know, a flipper delete or something little like that, right? It worked. It was a learning experience, and it worked. And the hole's the perfect size, and the thumb stud goes right in. Placement is everything. And the reason the hole's in the wrong place is because trying to start a hole in hardened steel by hand with a hand drill, impossible. Impossible. That thing just skates around all over the steel. It doesn't do anything. So you can actually see where I look. Will you be able to see? If you look, come on, focus, baby. Let me zoom you all the way in here. If you look, you see these two little kind of scratch marks right here. That the very tip of those is where the hole was supposed to be. But the blade didn't catch, or the blades of the bit didn't catch until it skated all the way over here. So, and then once I started, it took me so long to get started. I was like, well, we're going for it now, you know. So, design a knife with tri-tip, tri-way pivot, tri-deployment, then charge triple the price. It's a work in progress. I have a couple of designs, 2 or 3 done. Through CAD. They're basically ready for prototyping. They're done. I guess the longer I sit on them, I just need to get prototypes, because the longer I sit on them, the more I see other designs come out that look just like them. And it really grinds my gears. Like Tucson just recently released a knife that is very painfully similar to my first design, the one I showed off. And I got to thinking, I was like, those sons of bitches. It was a very simple design, a clean, simple Wharncliffe. Nice everyday carry, but whatever. Yep, have to center punch it. Lesson learned. Otherwise, there's nothing for the bit to grab a hold of. Look, I have a machine shop. In the future, I'm just, like, once a month, I go up there with 5 knives and just do them all, right? Because I bought a bunch of real thumb studs, and I have a bunch of knives I really want to do, you know, put actual thumb studs in, because they're just better with thumb studs. Placement is everything, yep. And I'm telling you, like, I had the placement perfect. The issue is that bit just skated around and caught in the wrong place, and I was, you know, lazy and or in a hurry. What's going on here? The chatter. Yeah, you're not right. Copperlight Steve drew back on his website. Also, Nap Sergeant, I'm sorry I didn't say hi to you. How you doing, man? Everybody sub to the Nap Sergeant. Sub to the Sarge. Salute. The man's got cooler knives than all of us, and will continue to have cooler knives than all of us. Blades EDC, what's going on? Dude, everybody check out his channel. Perfect Timing just hit 100 subs, and I'm about to do a giveaway. Hell yeah, dude. Good for you, man. That first 100 feels good. 100, 500, and 1,000 feel great. Anything after 1,000, it's like, for me at least, because I've worked so fucking hard, and it's taken me so long to get to 2,000. And I look around the knife community and I see channels not quite working as hard as I do. Look at EDC, Everyday City Carry. Everybody sub to my dude Ray. Pulse is in the chat for my dude Ray. Sub to Ray and sub to his podcast channel. I just watched 2 days ago on Friday evening. I watched his Love Them Knives interview. By the way, Love Them Knives shouted me out, which was pretty cool. He just a couple weeks ago did a Metal Complex podcast. Sub to Everyday City Carry podcast. It's his new channel where he's doing the interviews and the podcasts, and it is violently undersubscribed. So please, 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 if somebody has the link to Everyday City Carry podcast, throw her in the chat for me. Any of my mods, that would be excellent. Love you, dude. Love you, Ray. Always a good time. Always a good time. Yeah. Going live, it's fun. I enjoy it. In case you guys didn't know, I really enjoy going live. It's a lot of fun. 1K, it took me 10 months. 10 months uploading like 3 times a week. And it's the way I make videos, it's a fucking grind. It's another 40-hour work week. on top of my full-time job. So it is a grind. Yo, is StreamYard choppy? Ooh, I'm getting drop frames like crazy. Hold on, everybody. Nobody told me. Nobody told me. Hold on. Hold your horses. Drop frames like a math. Holy crap, dude. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, I think we're good. Are we good? You guys let me know if it gets choppy again. That's no bueno. I don't like that. There shouldn't be any background processes going on that I know of. Well, just let me know if it gets bad again. Yes, and Shane Gables, check out his channel. There's a lot of really cool channels out there. And, yeah, it's cleaned up now, it looks like. Seems logical. What is up, man? Lefty, what is up, man? Love me some Sunday stash. You like that? You like that? Everybody, also, Devo Knives, it's alive. The stout is alive. I'm so excited to get my hands on the stout. Be sure to follow Devo on Instagram and follow Lefty on Instagram to keep up to date. Their website is live too, and I believe they have a newsletter going. So we'll actually, we have the technology. We'll pull it up, dude. Pull it right up. Uh-oh. We're going to try to pull it up. Maybe we don't have the technology. I don't know. Spelled D-I-V-O, by the way. I keep spelling it like the old 80s band, Devo. You know what I'm talking about? I just got laid. It was on schedule. Thank you for that, Ray. I'm glad to hear everything's according to plan. How does that work with the time change, Ray? I'm very intrigued, you know? I need to know. So their website is live. Check her out. Ooh, and I need to check my email because I think Lefty's sending us the images to do these stickers. These will be really cool. Really easy to do. Yeah. And he's got some vids going. And I believe, so all these, you'll notice these are all flat ground. He said that, I guess the final actual production run will be actually hollow ground. And honestly, QSP does a killer job. If they end up going with QSP, I'm really excited to see what Kunwu comes up with. Because we all know QSP can make an insane knife. I mean, look at the Nimble and the Nimble XL and the Penguin. Like even in the bottom of the barrel budget price tag. Oh, I'm dropping frames again. Why is this happening? Drop frames. Streamlabs has detected drop frames. Some frames have not been uploaded. The problem is usually related to a poor network connection. Great. I'm going to throw up. I'm going to throw up, everybody. Maybe. I'm scared. I'm scared to do this. I shouldn't have a poor network connection. I should have a baller-ass network connection. Unless my wife's over here hogging the Wi-Fi, you know? But the final version will be hollow ground. I'm really excited about it. But Kunwu, man, I don't know. What if Kunwu comes out swinging, you know? I've never seen anything OEM'd by Kunwu other than their own knives, right? So, pretty pumped. Excited to see what that looks like. Qball is podcast channel as well. I'm dropping frames a few seconds ago. God damn it. God damn. At Lefty 10, I want the stickers and Hank knife will be a plus. Oh, we'll get the stickers going. We'll get the stickers going. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. But yeah, there is. Where's the newsletter at? Right here. Pop your email in. Subscribe to the newsletter. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah, baby. It's a good-looking knife. It's a good-looking knife. I love a good bolster lock. I love the blade shape, clearly. Clearly. It's good stuff. I love a good deep carry wire clip. It does it for me. I gotta tell you. Kunwu is Custom Knife Factory's OEM? No, they're not. You're shitting me. CKF, Custom Knife Factory. What? Going to go with QSP. That makes sense. I mean, it sounds like they're pretty damn good. They look really good, so. Does Lefty 10 automatic 10% off? I know you guys like her more than me. It's fine. The CKF is made by Kevin John. You guys are confusing the fuck out of me. Did you talk about your knife from KM yet? Oh, yeah. You mean both knives? Bruh. Everybody sub to Devo Knives before I get away from this. Go. Go now. Go do it. Obviously, we've already discussed this. Jake from Ohio State. Where have you been? Huh? I know you got a family and kids and shit, but geez, dude. Yeah, I'm pumped about it. There goes another dropped frame. Cool. Great. Love it. It's a thing of beauty, the chef. I'm really pumped to get it back. It's beautiful. And then, of course, the Shaman. These will both be headed my way on Monday. Mwah. So excited. So excited, dude. Knock on wood, they actually get here, and I don't get, a box of essential oils, right? Fucking Christ, dude. Beautiful. Really pumped. Really friggin' pumped. The Spidey stash. Yeah, dude, it's sick. It's so sick. Okay. So I have a bunch of stuff laid out to teach you all the ways of Tristate on Instagram. And I'm hoping this works. I'm hoping we don't lag out. I'm hoping I don't break anything. But we're going to put this right down here. Maybe. We are going to hide that. Where is it? We're going to unhide this. Okay. And then we'll plug this in. Where's she at? Check this shit out. You ready for some shit, dude? Maybe. Wait for it. Look at that. What do you think about that right there? What you think about that? That's my phone. This is my phone screen. Look. It's actually my phone screen. Right? What do you think about that? So I'm going to teach you all the ways. I'm going to two-time you. Also, look at the quality difference. Same lighting. Why? Did that just take a picture? Jesus Christ. Same lighting. Huh? Same everything. But this is dialed in manually, and this is just automatic. That's awful. That's horrendous. Same room, same lighting. What the fuck is this? Isn't that crazy? So I'm going to teach you how to make this garbage look like this. So what I'm going to do, it's really fucking easy. And we're going to let's swap this around. There we go. So I have all these goodies laid out here that we're going to take some photos of, right? I need help, lol, and I'm going to teach you. I'm going to teach you the ways, okay? So let me put this down real quick. We're just going to put that down. Good, great, grand. Got it. Also, Colsa mugs still available. I broke your computer. You're welcome. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's that big of a difference, right? Having the settings dialed in correctly. So, and it's really not that hard. I figured if anybody can teach you guys the way, it's me. So, Kara's here. Yeah, Kara's in the other room. She's making stickers. It's 10 hours a day making stickers. She's slaving away for all of you. Slaving away. So let me turn on the big light. I got another microphone right over here. Hi, everybody. Let's zoom this out. Let's put her down. Whoa! Let's put her down here. Actually, you know, let's not. Let's not do that. Let's do this. That way you can all see me. Can you all see? You can't. You can only see my chest and my tits. How's that doing? How we living? How we living? Huh? What's going on down there? So I got this right here. Got 2 mics going. Beautiful, wonderful. So we're gonna use the Slim Pickens as our first victim here today. Yeah, you can't get away from me, babe. You're stuck with me, huh? So this is a big softbox light. You can buy these on Amazon for like $20 or $30. And then these little guys right here are these little bar lights that I got on Amazon for like 20 bucks a pair. I ended up buying 2 of them. They're not the brightest, but they're really cool for like accents in a shot. So I'll show you. Oh no, what happened? Why did here's my text messages. Stay open, camera. I need you to stay open for me. I also need this up. Beautiful, wonderful. Beautiful, lovely, wonderful. So, I'm going to bring this up a little bit too, right? Sure. I fully admit getting that Damasteel blade to look good is a bitch. I haven't tried yet, so we're going to do it live. We'll do it live. You know what I mean? We're going to do it live. I figure I have the knowledge. I could teach you a couple things, and figuring out, you know, how to show you my phone screen makes things a lot easier. So, real quick, let me break this down for you. Let me move my stupid head. There we go. So lighting is almost everything. Yes, it is. But that's with professional lighting, right? And that camera's in automatic mode. Okay? So, yeah, not great. Not great. This is pro mode. When you dial things in a little bit. See how nice that looks in comparison? This is pro mode, so manual settings. This is auto mode. Crisp, clean, dark, moody, right? Normal, regular old photo mode. Brightens it up, blows things out. Manual mode. Dark, crispy, clean. Okay? So we're going to walk you through manual mode. And I have a few things I need to show you first. Background. Background is super, super important. Like your backdrop. 9 times out of 10, I prefer a clean background. So I have this matte. I got this matte. Oh, come on, baby. I need to lock my... Yep. I'm gonna show you guys an app as well that lets you get these manual settings on your phone, even if you don't have like a manual camera mode. But almost every modern smartphone has this stuff, right? This isn't like new by any means. I'm pretty sure every Samsung phone has some kind of pro mode, and I'm almost positive all the iPhone Plus and iPhone Pros and Pro Maxes or whatever, they all have it as well. So, a few things. I got this book just because it's funny to show you an example of like a backdrop, right? But this is just a matte. I bought this matte on Amazon for like a few dollars. I don't know, like $8 maybe. It's just this kind of like felt. It's basically like a giant mouse pad. My cat has like really fucked it up. You see these fucking holes and shit in it? But it's still, there are areas of it that are usable, right? So, you know, that's a nice picture right there. Just that. It's a clean shot. So let's take it. So already, I didn't even try. Already in pro mode, right? This is better than 99% of what I see on Knife Instagram. Clean lines, crispy AF. Look at the detail in it. It's beautiful, right? But this needs touched up, and we'll go into that in a bit. So background's everything. You want to avoid a glossy background, something shiny. So for example, I don't have anything. Honestly, my like work surface here, the actual desktop, is super shiny. Do you see this reflection right here? You want to avoid this, right? You want to avoid this at all costs. At all costs. So that's why I have this, and I'll show you this. Give me a second. My office is too small for this kind of sheesh. What T6 did I mangle? What T6? The Pixel 6 actually doesn't. White balance, exposure, and temperature, and that's it. Really? Okay. So, since a lot of you don't have access to the Pro mode, I'm going to take you into First Light. Oh, no. Oh, dear me. Hold on. Bear with me. Need to go landscape, baby. Come on. It won't rotate for me? You bitch. You son of a bitch. Great. Okay. Well, I can't show you First Light. Hold on. I can. Don't worry. Nobody panic. Everybody's fine. Everybody's great. How do I rotate this? Can I rotate this? Oh, on the, I didn't touch these screws. These are, all T8s. The pivot screw's a little jacked up, though, on both sides, but I haven't touched it. I promise you. I promise I didn't do it. It wasn't me, okay? It wasn't me. How do I friggin'... I need to show you guys this, but it's all jacked up. You know what I mean? I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew. I guess I could just zoom in. How do I rotate this? Hold on, bear with me. Technical difficulties. Transform. Rotate 90 degrees. Counterclockwise. There we go. Aha. Oh. Let's make her bigger. Let's make her more bigger. Oh, fuck. I need to flip it. Damn it. Damn it, Bobby. Damn it, Ricky Bobby. Flip vertical. Undo that. Undo that. Dear God, Jesus. Rotate. Counterclockwise. Aha! Aha! Very nice. Okay. So this is First Light. It's a free app. Right? It is a free app that gives you a lot of control over your pictures. Like, a lot more than what you would get from even basic settings, right? So you have a histogram. This little chart down on the bottom is your histogram. And honestly, the auto mode on First Light is better than most cameras, right? So that's really blown out. Right? That's doo-doo. That's doo-doo. We don't want that. What we want is... Come on. What do we want is... I have Filmic Pro as well, which is what I use when I'm taking videos on my phone. I'm trying to teach you guys how to use this, and I forget how to use it. Ha! Ah, look at me, dude. Oh, it's just that easy. So, there's this slider on the left side of the screen right here. You guys see that slider show up? That is your exposure, right? Exposure is everything. This is, and it gives you red lines to show you when something's overexposed, and green lines to show you when things are kind of dark, too dark. So you just touch the left side of the screen and scroll up and down, and automatically you have more control over your pictures than you do anywhere else. So let's take that picture. Boop. Boop. Let's take a looky-see. Uh-oh, come here. So not quite what I'm looking for, so we'll still dial it in a little bit. The app is called First Light, all one word. Getting there. Getting there. Still not quite as much detail as I would like. We're kind of blown out on the tip here, but not as much detail on the blade, on the rest of the blade. Actually, let's open this up. Positioning is everything too, right? So if you have a light source, like for me is, why am I so zoomed in? Jesus Christ. The light source over here is casting a shadow on this side of the knife. So some blades look better pointed towards the light, right? Which might be the case here, honestly. Ooh. That's looking good. It's looking better. Come on, baby. You can see my smudgy smudges on the blade just from barely touching it. But that's looking nice. Crispy. So when we crop that, we'll crop in the little nonsense on the top right. But that's getting there. That's getting better. But there are a lot of things, right, that you can use instead of just taking a picture of a knife. So let's say we have that. I also like to use like wallets and stuff to prop the knife up so that the blade is kind of hitting the light in the correct way. So like something like that. Focus up, lock it in, bring down our exposure a little bit. Look at that. Getting there. That's a nice shot. Like, I would feel comfortable posting that to Instagram without editing it. Right? Plenty Po, what's up, man? How you doing? Kyle Coonley, yes, Blades and EDC, First Light. So that's getting there. That's pretty damn nice. I'm pretty happy with that. Now there's a way. Oops, that's Filmic Pro, which doesn't let you take pictures for whatever reason. Oh God. Oh God. Somebody help. Call a doctor. Yeah, this is the app right here. This one. This one right here. First Light. It is free. There is a pro version of it that gives you even more control, but why did I take that picture? You can't even get it at all? You can't get First Light for free. Well, I didn't pay for this. Okay, so it's free for Android people, this kind of non-crazy pro mode. But I'm sorry to hear that, everybody. So cheaper than buying a camera, the way I look at it, you know what I mean? Especially if you have a phone that doesn't have a manual, like a true manual mode. So the biggest thing is avoiding being blown out. You want a nice, dark, crispy, for my photo style, right? Like this is right up my alley. This is right where I want it. How are we looking on details? So my one concern here, and I'm going to sit down right quick while I tell you a thing or two. Oh, I forgot I brought this way up here. Hi, guys. I'm way miles above where I should be. So on this app here, oh, for fuck's sakes, it keeps opening up Filmic Pro, which is not what I want. Stop doing that. This one. So on this app, what happened? Did we break it? It lets you change so much too. You can take RAW photos, you can take JPEGs, you can have a timer option here. You have flash or no flash. Obviously, never use the flash. Never use the flash. Don't get blown out online. Please, God, don't ever use the flash. But you can take pure raw files, which I always recommend, but for our purposes, we're just going to be using regular old JPEG, so everybody can edit it. Leo, this is the if you're talking about this little number right here, that is the Slim Pickens, Alliance Design Slim Pickens. So yeah, it's free on Android if your Android phone doesn't have like a manual photo mode. But that blows me away that not every phone these days has a manual camera mode, right? But it's really as easy as good lighting and then adjusting your temperature or your exposure, right? Because that's blown out, and it even tells you when you're overexposed, when you're underexposed. The green is your kind of dark shadows. And you just got to find where the light works the best, right? I'm stuck, help. Like right there. That looks great. Wow, way out of focus, but, you know, it looked great. Let's delete that. Okay. It is not letting me adjust the shutter speed. Oh, it auto adjusts. Dude, it does everything for you. That's really nice, actually. So lock your focus. You just full press on the screen. Double tap on that square. So that's where your focus is going to be. Lock it in. Bring your exposure down to where you want it. It does everything for you, this app. Like, it tells you when everything's kind of cash money. And that's it. Like, you've just taken the best photo you've ever taken. Do you know what I mean? Now, a lot of you don't have... Let me move this. Let me move this again. A lot of you guys don't have... JDizzle Lightroom's great. I prefer Snapseed, right? That's what I use. So, I'm going to show you guys Snapseed real quick. We'll just take... oh, I need to... de-transform this. So Snapseed is a great tool, right? It is totally free on Android. I'm assuming it's totally free on Apple as well. Okay, so Kara just verified. It is free on iPhones. So this is Snapseed. This is what it looks like. I'm in landscape mode just so you guys can see, right? This is our picture. I just picked one. I like the detail on the blade on this one, right? Looks good, looks nice, looks clean. Pretty awesome app. So first tip, pro tip, all these, it says portrait and smooth and pop and accentuate. A lot of you are going to do this, and I need you to not do this, right? A lot of you are going to press pop. And do we see what just happened to that picture? This is no edits. This is pop. And in most cases, pop is not going to do this much good for you. It's just over contrasty, and it does exactly what it says it does, right? It makes your photo pop. There's accentuate, which does the same thing, but it just brings the shadows down and bumps up the contrast and bumps up the saturation. And most of the time, when your shit's not as well lit as mine, you want to avoid that as well. So, 99% of the time, I don't use any of these built-in filters. They're all kind of doo-doo, right? Don't do it. Don't do it. If I'm using anything of all of these built-in filters, I'm using portrait mode because that's really clean looking. Kind of gives you a subtle vignette, kind of black shadowy part, right? I really like the lead shadow in the picture. Oh, the reddish blue shadow? Yeah. So that'll be the only one I ever use, if any of them. But for this one, we're going to leave it. Actually, honestly, the portrait looks pretty damn good. So we're going to roll with that. And we're going to press check mark. So then we have the pencil tool. This is where things get wild, folks. All right, buckle up, settle in. Nick Martino, right. I mean, this is a really nice EDC picture. It's two things. It's two things on a clean background, right? That's kind of the big thing. Once I walk you guys through Snapseed, I'm going to show you like how I put together my flat lays. Like this to me is a near perfect flat lay. Just a really cool knife and a nice leather wallet thing. You don't need anything else. You don't need a pen. You don't need a watch. You don't need, you know what I mean? You don't need all that. It's noisy and it doesn't look good. At the end of the day, it just really doesn't. So anyway, we're going into the detail settings. And for my first stop is always crop, right? For Instagram, you want a 5:4 aspect ratio or a square. Now, unfortunately, we can't really do either on this photo, and you're going to run into that. And I see this issue all the time on Instagrams, on your guys' Instagrams. Why am I still dropping frames? That's driving me nuts. How much porn are you downloading, Kara? She said a lot. Okay. That's why I married her. So I see this a lot where you guys will just crop it and you'll cut the tip of the knife off. Or you'll cut the ass end of the knife off. No, sir, no, ma'am. You can get away with a 4:3 aspect ratio. And now we have both tip and ass in shot, right? And that's good looking. I'm fine with that. You can get away with a 3:4. Just hear me out. Hear me out, right? So after cropping, I'm going to go to tune image. Leave your brightness alone. Unless your photo is too blown out. If it's too bright, you can bring your brightness down. And it's literally as easy as sliding back and forth. You have that bar on top. I love this app. It just shows you exactly what's happening in the photo. Honestly, where we're at, I'm going to leave that alone. And then to go to your next setting, you literally hold the screen and scroll up and down. And there are all your settings, right? So contrast is fine on this picture. I got no issues. If we bump it up, everything kind of gets too dark. If we pull it down, everything kind of flattens out, right? So we're going to leave that alone too. Saturation, leave it alone. Don't touch it. If anything, bring the saturation down. Don't ever, look what happens to this picture when I crank up the saturation. That looks horrible. Horrible. So we're going to leave saturation alone on this one. Ambience, it's kind of like saturation, but it deals with the brightness of your shadows. And when you have a lot of color in an image where there's not a lot of color in this one. But when you do, like look at the wallet. The wallet is the piece that's getting kind of brightened up the most. So maybe we'll up the ambience on this one a hair, right? Highlights. On this picture, the lighting's so well balanced. Usually I'll drop the highlights a little bit, no matter what. And then I will bring the shadows up. Shadows, if the image is too bright. But I'll do plus your image temperature. That we don't really have to do anything. Is when you take a picture and post it on Instagram, you don't want it to look like that. It looks freaking orange. We don't want that. We want a nice balance. So the grays look gray, the browns look brown. Everybody's happy, right? So that's it. Like this photo with First Light, if you're dialing, it's literally one setting on First Light on that app. You can use just that app and get a really nice photo, right? Straight off your camera. So you don't really have to mess with editing that much. Yeah. So we didn't do anything to brightness or contrast or saturation. Ambience up a little bit, highlights down, shadows up a hair, and that's it. Press OK. So that's the picture we took. And that is what we're left with. I know, Louis, I'm dropping out like crazy. So before and after. Very subtle changes, right? Nothing crazy. Gon's reviews and Javon. Nothing crazy. Before and after. That's it. I'm not doing a ton. Now, this is why I love Snapseed. This selective tool, that one right there, the little bullseye thing. So with the selective tool, you can actually friggin' just pick and choose parts of the photo you want to brighten or darken, right? So the ass end of this knife is a little too dark for me. So I'm just going to touch that, and you get a little bubble here, and you can move this around, and the ring shows you the color you're selecting, the ring around the rosy. So I'm going to select this kind of dark gray back here, and then you select the size of the area you want to change, and I'm just going to brighten that area up, right? So really dark, and I'm just going to brighten it up so it pops a little bit. I'm going to up the contrast a little bit, maybe drop the saturation a touch, and then press add, and you can just add a shitload of these. So I'll add one on the blade. So I'm just changing the blade. Nothing else is getting changed here. I'm going to boost the contrast to make that pattern pop. Honestly, I might bring up the brightness a little bit. Yeah, that's nice. Let's add a couple more. I do want to bring the front of the scale up a little bit. Bring the contrast up a touch. That's a thing of beauty. What is up, 1 Minute Knife Reviews? Everybody check out the man's channel. He just got some stickers in. So that's it. Like, you don't need this big, crazy camera to get this really nice stuff off of your phone, right? Nick Martino, you can't find the First Light app. Okay, I will help you. Lens blur, I use a lot too. So this is like fake bokeh, right? So you select this outer circle, kind of size it up to what you want in focus, and then you can slide your blur strength, and the background will just get completely obliterated, right? I'm not going to turn it up all the way. I'll turn it up that much so you guys can see before and after. Before and after. Little changes, right? Ideally, you want a nice picture to start with, because at the end of the day, all the editing in the world isn't going to save your picture if it's garbage, right? You just want a nice balanced shot. And I would post that to my Instagram right now. I mean, that's a great shot. I'm happy with it. We're going to save that son bitch. Nick Martino. All right, let me see here. Let me see here. Play. Don't mind the Pornhub app. Everybody has it. Don't judge me. First Light. So I'm in the store here. Oh, so you're seeing First Light mobile banking. So type in Filmic, Filmic space First Light. It's this'n. It's this'n right here. It's this'n right here now. Right, and the lens blur isn't always necessary, Knife Eclectic. It really isn't. JN, what's up, man? I'm just trying to teach you guys some little things to help out your Instagram. You know, you don't need 30+ camera lenses and, you know, $1,000 camera rig and all the shit that goes along with it. And you don't even need all this big, crazy lighting. And that's what I'm going to talk about next. Is like, if you just have normal, natural room lighting and how to take advantage of it. That's what we're going to move on to next. So it's this one. White ring, red background. It's not on my home screen. It's right there. It's in my it's in my most used apps. It's a family-friendly show. Kids, don't plug your ears. Blades and EDC. I use Snapseed. So let's pretend that I'm making a YouTube video, right? That I'm doing my YouTube review. Is that the one I want? No, I don't like that one. Let's use... That one's nice. That one's nice. So, I'm going to pop on portrait automatically. And honestly, for 9 pictures out of 10, just slapping on the portrait mode will help you tremendously. As long as your photo is not like blown out. We're going to bump contrast just a touch. Bump up the ambience just a little bit. Bring our highlights down. Shadows are fine where they're at. Warmth is good. So YouTube needs a 16:9 aspect ratio, right? Which is what this is. So I'm not going to crop this image. Actually, I might crop it. So 16:9 is all the way on the right. It's the full size. That's the image that's coming off of your phone 9 times out of 10. So I'm just going to even that out a little bit. And then you scroll down, and there's a text option. And you have all these wonderful things, right? They're beautiful. So I usually just use these first 2 text options. You can't see them because my head's in the way, but they're there. They're the first 2. We'll use this one. So I'll just add text, double tap to change it, and we're doing the Alliance Designs. And I'm just going to leave that there. That's fine. And then add more text. Same font. Mini. Slim. Pickens? Is it I? Is it? I don't know. It might be E and S, but I don't know. Right? So there we go. I like that. And then we're going to use the fat font for, we're just going to put review. Why not? And I always do white and gold just because I like the way it looks. And there's your YouTube thumbnail. Let me move my face so you can see it. Whoops. There you go. It's just that easy. Nick Martino, ideally, but you know, the main camera. So my phone has 5 cameras on it, right? 5 different cameras. It has a laser sensor camera, a super wide angle, a super telephoto, a regular telephoto, and the regular lens. The regular lens is 108 megapixels on this, but it doesn't matter. I can get the same results off of anything, but I always recommend using your normal, the 1x. Don't zoom in. Avoid zooming in and out, right? Avoid using your ultra wide or your crazy telephoto. Just use the 1x zoom level on your camera, and you'll be a happy boy. I'll use that when I do the review of the Slim Pickens, so we'll save that too. Right? So let's go back into... Actually, let me get a tripod real quick. Need a tripod. What do I do with it? You don't need a tripod. I'm just doing this so I can use both of my hands. I need my hands. Right? Okay. Okay. Help me, Tom Cruise. There we go. So this is what we're working with here. Wow, okay, that's a little brutal. So for anybody that does have a pro mode, the only 2 things I ever really... Wow, you can't see me. I forgot. There's a lot of shit going on in my office right now. Just so I can teach you guys a hanger tip. So, send help. I love this book, but we're going to get to that. For people that need ideas for a clean slate and they don't want to spend a ton of money, dude, I got to tell you, construction paper. Friggin', let me tell you, Chief. Whoops, sorry. Let me bring this up a little bit. Let me bring this up. So, construction paper, dude, it works so well. This is just black construction paper, right? So, let's take the Bronx, for example. How cheap, like you can go to the dollar store and get a shitload of this stuff for no money at all. If I zoom in, I mean, there's your picture right there. Construction paper. You don't need anything else, right? And if you want to get frisky with it, like let's say I want to get weird. Here's a nice green. Here's a nice crisp, clean green right here. So we're going to set it up. I have a green pen that I'm going to use. Done deal. Now, you can see. Let's go 1x. Always use 1x. Like, that's a great shot. I'm moving the camera around so I can find where the grind lines show the best. See right there? Maybe tilt it back this way. Great. Money. A nice clean background, right? For your photo. Here's what I don't like to see. And honestly, I'm bad at like making things look bad, so bear with me. But when I see pocket dumps, when I see pocket dumps, and I used to do this, I was very guilty of it for the longest time. This is too much. This is too much. Nick Martino, I'm looking at you, bud. Paper Tiger, what is up, man? And Kyle, I don't know if I said hi to you. Oh, Kyle, I know you're a fountain pen guy. That Visconti Rembrandt. Yeah, I know. I know, dude. First, right off the bat, what's wrong with this image is none of this shit matches, right? We have a brown leather watch. We have blue and gold deck of cards, which is a cool prop to use just because this packaging's so crazy. We have a silver Zippo, we have a gold coin, we have a red vape, we have a bright orange pen and a green pen, and then we have the Tucson Bronc in red, black, and white. I don't want to see this. Even if it's a perfect shot. Like, look, I'll take a picture of this, and we'll even edit it. We'll even fucking edit the damn thing. Uh-oh. We all know I can't stand it when my shit's not straight. So that's a nice shot, right? That's too much. It's too much. Let me pull her up in Snapseed here, and I'll show you why. It's just fucking noisy, man. It's like a Where's Waldo book, you know? And even if I fucking crop it in. Oh, by the way, there's this rotate button in Snapseed. If you touch that, it'll auto straighten your picture, which is very nice. But this is too much, man. Like, we can try to edits automatically, which is really cool. So if you have a bunch of the same kind of picture, this last edits button is a lifesaver. So I'm gonna try to fix this. So contrast up a little bit, ambience, sure. Highlights, bring that down. Shadows, bring those down. I mean, there's not a ton I can do with this picture because you have too much to fix. There's too many things in here that the light is going to hit wrong, right? That there's going to be a weird glare on one thing and you're not going to be able to fix it, right? Jay Dizzle, you have a good one, man. Always glad to see you. There's just too much going on. Too many different colors, too much noisiness. Even if you have a nice clean background and your flat lay's like perfectly set up, it's too much. So for this, less is way more. So let me take that same idea, same background, literally a piece of construction paper that cost a penny or less, right? And I'm just going to use the deck of cards, and the watch. That's all I'm going to use. The deck of cards, the knife, and the watch. And I need to bring my ISO down. Also, pro tip, if you do have full control over your settings, ISO, you want to maintain your ISO as low as you can. Because if you go too high, even if it's really dark out, it's going to be really grainy. It's going to be a really grainy, noisy shot, and you're not going to be able to fix it. So I'm just trying to find where the light shows off the grind lines best. And honestly, with the watch in there, it feels like too much. You know what I mean? So this is our this is our before here. There's a lot going on, Nick Martino. No, I don't want to save it. I want to open the next picture. And now let's go to this. Crop it in 5:4. Whoop. And that's a much better looking picture. A much better looking picture. Bring our brightness down, bring our contrast up a little bit. Ambience, maybe a little bit. Highlights down, shadows down. Warm it up a little bit so the green pops. And honestly, even that, it feels like too much with the watch. So I would even just prefer the knife and the deck of cards, right? Jack's Lungs, what is up, man? Jack's Lungs, no, there'll be no roasting today. No roasting, only me giving you tips and tricks, right? So the big thing here with how you set up your flat lays is simplicity. Simplicity is oh so very important. So let's get rid of that. And let's just do that. See how we feel about that. I'm going to zoom it in just a touch. And honestly, I'm going to turn off these accent lights, even though they look really cool. Where's the fucking power button at? So that's no accent lights. And since we're talking about lighting, right? Since we're talking about lighting, I'm going to turn off the big light. That's how big of a difference lights make. That was one light I just turned off. Now, there are ways to fix this. Bump up your ISO a little bit. That's too much. Bring down your shutter speed. Right? But now, these settings, so it looks good in this lighting, this kind of okay normal lighting. Watch what happens when I turn on the big light again. Oh, God, it's awful. It's terrible. Is that, I mean, one light makes that big of a difference, right? So actually, what I'm going to do, since most of you live in houses where you just have an overhead light or a desk lamp or whatever, I turned on the overhead light. And now do we see how warm this looks? The oranges are here because that's a V light. And I do have like an overhead light right here for my face, but that's okay. That's an okay picture, all things considered. But if I switch this over to automatic mode, look what happens to this picture. And by the way, pro tip in automatic mode, lock your focus, and there's a little slider on Androids. You can bring your exposure down. So can we save this in auto mode? Sure, but that's not even close to as cool of a picture, right, as what we had with the white light. I always prefer white, pure white light. That sounds racist. It's not. Okay? So actually, real quick, these lights are really cool because they're controlled with this app. So I'm just going to turn those on white, full blast. And that's with these $20 accent lights. So if you don't want to spend a ton of money, but you want some cool, very portable, easy to use lights, dude, these things are great. These were I'll link these if anybody's interested. So now we have this cool backlight, and you can change the color and all that good stuff. So let's bring down our exposure. That's a pretty cool picture. And that's in automatic mode, but switch us over to pro mode. Let's bring our ISO back down. See, we have this blown out area right here. White over warm, yeah. I try to avoid warm light. And honestly, if I open up these windows, 9 times out of 10, the light coming in from outside, if it's a cloudy, overcast day, is going to be a white light. It's not going to be that kind of warm, sunny day light. And for this one, honestly, what I might do is change my color balance a little bit, right? So my white balance, WB up there at the top, you see that number going up? It's measured in Kelvin, I believe. It's how they measure light frequency. But I'm going to warm this up just a touch. And then take the pick. Whoop, didn't mean to do that. I also have manual focus mode, which is pretty fun. It kind of highlights what's in focus. This is all on my phone, by the way. I'm not like using a crazy expensive camera. To be fair, this is the most expensive camera I own, right? This is the most expensive camera I own. It's like $2,000 for a phone these days. It's ridiculous. So now let's pop that into Snapseed and see what we're dealing with here. Because that's okay, but that was too noisy for me. So this is just with overhead lights and these cheap little stick lights that I use, right? So I'm going to do portrait on this one. Darkens it down. That's nice. Contrast looks fine. Brightness is fine. Ambience, let's bump that up a little bit. Bring the highlights down. Bring the shadows down. Make it a little moody. Warm it up a little bit. That's cool. I dig it. And I'm going to use the selective tool on this really blown out area of the blade right here. And I'm going to darken that down a little bit. That's going to help us with our... So now all of a sudden that big glare isn't there anymore. Blaze Burger, I use what I use, baby. So on the handles, I kind of want to cool those off a little bit. So I'm going to brighten that, bump up the contrast, bring down the saturation, and all of a sudden it's white again, right? I'm going to do the same thing on the bolster because it looks purple right now. The selective tool in Snapseed is your best friend. Use it. Bring down the saturation. There you go. Before and after. Right? What does Blaze Burger do? I just use the flash on my phone's camera. I don't do that. Here, I'll show you why. Should we do one with flash? Should we? Oh God, I'm gonna throw up. You guys ready to throw up? Can't use while OTG connected. Oh, I can't even turn it on because of the way I have this wired into my computer. Blaze, you like those cans, buddy? Yeah, what about those cans, man? You like that? Nice coffee can on there, huh? Show them with your what? With your iPhone? Oh, your flash? Oh, yeah. So my assistant's coming in. So let me turn these off, right? So that's our picture. And then this is phoneception right now. This is Kara's phone. You just wait. You just wait and see how terrible this looks. It didn't even use the flash. Yeah, it's on, but nothing's happening.
Make sure it's on and not auto. Because if it's auto, it won't do it because it's well lit.
There is no... I don't know how to make Kara's flash work. We tried. I don't know how to make it work. Oh, there we go. Flash auto. On. Got it. Got it. Everything's fine. Oh, boy. That's awful. I'm sorry, that's horrendous. It looks like an eBay listing is what your picture ends up looking like when you use the flash, right?
Except nobody's naked on accident in the background.
Is that a thing?
Oh, you've never seen that's when people take like list mirrors and stuff. They'll accidentally be in it without realizing it, and like there's been dudes like naked and yeah, oh yeah.
Whoa, whoa. By the way, these are those lights I was telling you guys about. They're just these bars, and you can take them out of these stands. They're pretty freaking cool. They're pretty cool. So I can lay one flat here, right? I'm going to turn off all of my well, I'll leave that one on because it's just on my face. But let's do this one. Check this out. Check this shit out, dude. Okay, that's a little extreme. I'm going to pull you off the tripod. Pro mode, check her out. So we get this really cool backlit haze along the spine of the knife here. That is really freaking cool looking. Let's bring our ISO up. Oh, too much. Let's bring this in a touch. Honestly. Dude, these like black knives are so hard to photograph in low light. There we go. That's nice. There you go. It's a nice looking shot, right? Pretty sweet. So I wanted to show you guys, I took some pictures this morning. I'm going to sit back down. We're going to stop taking pictures for a second. I want to show you guys while we're talking about light, how to keep an eye out for the perfect moment. Take advantage of the light that you already have. Oh, there we go. Okay, working up a sweat, boys and girls. So, oh, I took these this morning. I'll show you real quick. Where is it? So in my house, the way the light comes in my house, right, is interesting, shall we say. So in the morning, I have areas like this, where the light's filtering in through the windows. There's a cat, by the way. That's Plop. Ignore my carpet. I haven't vacuumed yet this weekend. But we get these big, cool splashes of light on the hardwood. And I use these areas in the mornings, almost every single morning, to take pictures in. And I have a lot of areas like that, right? So that is like the perfect lighting for taking a picture of a knife. It's coming in at an angle. It's not super intense, right? And it's natural sunlight, so it's really well balanced. Urban Woodsman. Oh, this was the Arcane Designs crawler. These are, you can go buy one of these right now for, I think, $355. I love this thing, dude. Love it. Arcane Crawler is what it's called. So, yeah, that's this area in my living room. And then on the top of the stairs, this big window, every morning, dumps all this beautiful light. And you guys have seen me take pictures on top of this thing, on top of the banister rail. Right? Oh, the white-handled one? That's the Tucson TS204, the Tucson Bronc. S90V. I think these are like 150, maybe 175 bucks. Maybe less. I don't remember how much I got this for. Pretty sweet. Pretty sick. Tucson TS4. Yeah, so every morning I'll take a picture of that, something on that banister. I'll lean something up against the corner over here, right? And take a picture there. But you get all this really cool natural light coming in. There it is from a different angle, that same splash of light. I just snapped these this morning. Really cool. Really, really cool. And it doesn't cost me any money. This is a great area for like a hand dump. The light coming in, this is through my front door. You know, just place your hand out in that beam of light, get it pointed and adjusted just right, and you're in business. I mean, that's a beautiful shot. And you have a nice background there, this white board and batten stuff. Kyle Coonley. How did you get in here? Here's another little splash on the stairway, on the bottom of the stairs. Very cool. So this was an example of me using that light. I took this in total automatic mode, right? That's literally, what is this? I'm going to clean my damn floors. Oh no. So here's another example. I just leaned it up against the wall. I took this on my phone in automatic mode, right? Straight up or sideways with my phone. So personally, Nick, it depends on where I'm at and what I'm shooting and how the knife is positioned, right? So it's something like this, landscape, right? Sideways, landscape mode. That way I have all this room to crop in on. If I want to use this as my review thumbnail, I have room for the text top and bottom. I try to make all of my pictures multifunctional so I can use them on YouTube. I can use them for thumbnails. I can use them as like wallpaper on my computer. I can use them as, and then I can crop them in and use them as posts on Instagram, right? So these are unedited. That's how big of a difference lighting makes. And here's on top of that banister. I took this one this morning as well. So this one I took portrait mode, right? So I'll turn it up right. But that's all natural light in photo mode. That's how important it is. Like even if you have a 10-year-old phone, it'll take pictures this good. I promise you it will. In automatic mode, you just have to know what you're looking for and get everything set just right. As far as like positioning the knife so everything's lit well. There's a cat and there's my feet. Free feet shot for anybody. There's a cat right there. I don't know if you can see him. But there are so many options. That's another one of that same area. So in my house, I have all these cool areas of all this free light that I don't have to pay for. And to me, I prefer shooting in it 9 times out of 10 because the picture comes out so well. Yes, Nick Martino, clean your camera lenses. We all carry a cloth. Just wipe them down. Just wipe them down. You guys want me to show you how big of a difference that shit makes? Let me, this is just me pretending like it's a normal day at work. Are you seeing this? Are you seeing this? Look at the haze. It looks like my phone just smoked about 8 ounces of weed. Like even... Look at this. Clean your camera lenses. Step 1. I should have started there. What was I thinking? Step 1. Clean your camera lens, dude. Watch this. Watch this. It's like magic. I'm going to wipe it down. Look at that. Would you just look at it? Night and day. Literally night and day. Here's one fingerprint. I forget which lens this is. Top one? This one. No, this one? This one? Nope. This one. This one. So that's one fingerprint. That's one fingerprint. It looks like my room is like full of fucking smoke right now. Looks like my house is on fire. That's one fingerprint. Gone. Fixed. It's as easy as that. Wipe it down, please. Please. That's a pretty specific quantity. 8 ounces. Exactly. That's actually a cool shot. I'm going to take that. I like that. There we go. See? Look, I'm just farting around. I'm just farting around over here, dude. I'm not even trying anymore. So there's plenty you can do. Plenty you can do to get a better shot. Here's another thing for lighting I wanted to talk about. I'm turning those off. Hey, that's a picture of my crotch. So here's the lighting we're working with. Not exactly ideal, right? Not exactly ideal. Here's a flashlight from I don't know where. I literally turned on the flashlight, wide beam. How do I want it? How do I want it? I'm getting blinded by it. I'll tell you that right now. So you can just, most people have adjustable flashlights. I don't. But that being said, that's a pretty cool shot. With a little editing, that can be spruced up. Also, you want it further away. You can literally hold it. And look at that. All of a sudden, you have nice overhead lighting. The further away, the better, 9 times out of 10. But no light, just a cheap-ass flashlight.
Show them playing with objects.
Is that a mirror?
Yeah.
Ooh, mirrors. We're talking about mirrors, guys.
And this. Use this.
Yes, I will. So, I keep showing you guys my crotch on accident. Sorry. Oh, wake up like a douche in the middle of the night. Kyle. Just another half-pound Sunday. So, this is a mirror. Let's turn these back on because they're cool. This is a mirror. You guys ever seen one of these before? I use mirrors a lot, right? This is a very dirty mirror. So let's deal with that first and foremost. Filthy. Mirrors are your friends. Look at this shit. How do I want this? How do I want to play this? Honestly, that knife in particular is very hard to photograph for some reason. How's that for a shot? Literally a mirror we had laying around. Just a mirror. Dude, Blazeburger, your duck pictures are going to be top tier, top notch. Okay? Top of the line duck pictures. I'm not even trying anymore. There's a picture of me cleaning it. Wasn't trying there. Darn, dude, eggs and ham. First off, 2 months, my dude. Thank you so much. Second off, yeah, daylight's got me messed up. But that's a great shot. I'm really pleased with that. I'm really happy about that. So let's back that off a little bit. Let's put a deck of cards in here. Just because it looks cool. Nope, I don't like that. Can we backlight it? And then, yes. Yes. Come on. Whoa, rainbows! That's pretty cool. Let's open her up. I love mirrors, dude. I use mirrors in so much of my photography. I use it all the time. Oh, I need to change that. There we go. That's better. That's a great shot. Mirrors and magnets, Kevin, dude. Mirrors and magnets. That's another thing I want to talk to you guys about. The shit you have laying around makes for such cool pictures. Such cool pictures. This is just a deck of cards I got at Walgreens for like $10. This is a mirror that Kara's had for God knows how long. Probably from the dollar store if I know my wife. This flashlight was like a $5 flashlight off of Amazon. Right? You don't need to spend a ton of money. You already have the tools to take, and it's not like it's a ton of work either. Where is my vape? There it is. Nick Martino, I think you're wrong. You're wrong, and I'm going to show you why. I'm going to show you why. I'm going to show you why, my dude. If I can find it. Where is it? How about this? How about this? Challenge accepted, Nick. This is an orange Opinel. I think that classifies as pretty cheap. Right? Everybody's seen one. They're awful. I hate them. Okay? Dude, if mirrors were magnets, the planet would explode. So the hardest part about Opinels is getting them to getting them to stand up. Oh, you dirty whore. So let's try that. Right, just an Opinel. Just an Opinel, dude. Let's go this way. All right. I don't know. It's a pretty cool shot. Want to try it a different way real quick? What do you guys think? What do you guys think about that? Nick Martino, tell me a cheap-ass knife can't look cool. Let's try it. Let's try a different way. That's the other thing. Play around with it. Play around with it. It doesn't help that my office is a mess right now, right? But let's do something else. Let's try. I hope this doesn't like wheel away from me, and it's going to. Check this out. Please don't fall. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I got to get myself out of the shot. And I need to change the color here. Oop! That's good. I don't know. It's pretty freaking cool. I don't know about you guys. Here's another big key factor. Make sure your backdrop. So if you guys can see here, look. I have this black tarp over here. Right there. That I use as a backdrop for a lot of my videos, right? Well, I also use it a lot in my photos. Because you don't want a super noisy background. Like, the more crap in the background, even if the shot is like a perfect shot, all things considered, there's still crap in my background. And I can't seem to get myself out of the shot. This was a bad idea. This was a bad idea. But we're learning. Ooh. Okay. I need something to lean this up against. Let's do, ironically enough, let's do a camera lens. That's what I'm going to do. Oh, for crying out loud, dude. This Opinel does not want to stand up. It's driving me nuts. Hold on. Oh, it's so slippery. Stay. That's pretty cool. I like that. Right? Tell me I can't take a cool shot of a cheap knife. Let's pop her into Snapseed real quick. See if we can spruce it up a little bit. No, I don't want to expand. No, no, no. Crop. 5:4 would be lovely. Let's crop her in. Okay, okay. That's nice. I want to warm it up a little bit right off the bat. That's nice. Bring the shadows down. Bring the highlights way down. Contrast, bump that up just a hair. Ambiance, nope, bring her down. Saturation, we'll bring it down a little bit. So that's getting nice. That's nice and crispy now. After, before, after. And then let's do one of these. Let's drop a selective tool. I want to brighten up the handles, really make them pop. And there you go. I would, Nick Martino, no. I didn't say you couldn't. I just meant the better looking knife will look better in the end. Yeah. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you have a bunch of $50 or less knives. You guys have the tools to do this yourself. Yeah, dude, G-Ball, that's the only reason why I have one. Is because it's like, well, I have to experience just how bad it is, right? I have to. I'm honestly going to save that. Maybe save it for a story post or something. That's pretty funny. God, I never use it. I don't know that I've ever carried it. I can't stand a knife that doesn't have a pocket clip. You know what I mean? I do like the mirror. I just ripped out one of my mustache hairs and then threw it on the mirror. You guys want to see a picture of that? So let's do... I want to try something. I got the Chavez knives out. Oh, by the way, the unboxing for the Chavez Sangre Street will be up for channel members today. Today, my boys and girls. Oh, God. Okay, stay. So here is, to your point, Nick. Yes, you are correct. The same shot is going to look cooler. With a cooler knife. You are correct. So, I mean, look. You can do it. You have the technology. Let's open that up real quick. That's a pretty cool shot. Now I need a spare mirror. Dude, mirrors are expensive. I'm just saying, if you have like a little handheld mirror, like, let me show you what I use. Let me show you some of the props I use real quick. Some of the props and outfits. Some of my wigs, my makeup section. You talking shit? Also, did Pepsi change their formula? This says made with real sugar. And taste weird. Uh-oh, Cue Ball sent me a shot. Have you been trying my tips and tricks? Let's hide that real quick. Let's bring that up. Dude, I've been dropping frames all day. What is happening? Let me know if the lag gets too bad, guys. I don't know what's going on. What'd you send me, Cue Ball? Huh? What do you got for me? OMKR, what kind of heels do you wear? Guys! Forrest, is he here? Is Forrest here? Bruh, the mustache hangs. Guys! Oh my sweet God. Oh my sweet Jesus Lord. And he made pouches too? They're beautiful. Forrest, they're beautiful. You're a fucking wizard, bro. Backpack, what's up, man? Driving and listening so I can't message. Chris, where's your picture, man? I don't see it. Dad? Mom? How about I just... Did you post something? No, OMKR. They're all mine. I'm buying... I agreed. I told him to make them for me. They're all mine. All right? Then you can buy them from me. For an upcharge. I'm just kidding. I want them for like giveaways and stuff like that. We're getting close to 2,000 subs. What are we at now? I don't even remember. What am I at now? Anybody want to tell me? Once the prawn shoot is over. My channel. Mine. $19.2. Gosh. What do I gotta do, man? What do I gotta do? It's taken me... Well, I guess it took me 10 months to get my first 1,000, right? So I've almost hit my second 1,000 in 4 months, 5 months. So we're growing. She's getting there. I'm not worried about it. Practice makes perfect. Just keep taking pics. Yeah. What are you doing there, Screaming Pirate? He takes really good pics, by the way. Did you guys know that? See? We're getting close, man. When we hit 2K, I'll have some goodies for everybody. Screaming Pirate has a very clean aesthetic on his site, and it's all very, very similar, right? Yeah, we did do his stickers. Where are they? Man, that boy posts a lot. Where are his stickers? He hasn't posted about them yet. Sad face. But we made his stickers. They're really cool. Another, dude, big thing for Instagram is to stick to one look, right? Stick to one style of image. He's done it so well. Right. So with Instagram, and I'm really bad about it because I have an ADHD squirrel brain, right? King Snake Jake, what's up, man? So what's really important with Instagram is sticking to one look, right? And he does it so well. Old, kind of rustic wood grain backgrounds, different wood grains. This one kind of strays from the pack, but it's that warm, deep, rich, kind of piratey feel. Do you know what I mean? For all of his pictures. He's got rope and these like old wooden pulleys and shit that he uses as props. It's all great stuff. It's all great stuff. Coffee beans, he stole that one from Peter McKinnon, but that's okay. Yeah, he's really good at sticking to an aesthetic. Same, Knife Eclectic, same. So let's go to my page for for a change of scenery. So mirrors, this is actually, I posted this yesterday. Mirrors are cool. Mirrors are crazy. I love mirrors, right? I'm pretty sure this is only 3 mirrors. So 1 mirror here, 1 here, and 1 here. 1, 2, 3. You can do some crazy shit with mirrors. So, here's an example of a picture I took. I took this in my office without any kind of extra lighting. Just the light that was coming in from my window, right? And that turned out great. It's just dialing in your settings, learning how to take advantage of the light that you have, and placing the knife, or whatever you're taking a picture of, in the perfect place so that you can take advantage of it, right? You could have perfect lighting, but if it's bouncing off the back spine of the blade and the handle, and none of this is getting lit up, there's no detail here, it ain't gonna look too good. This one was at my office too. I just used the natural light in that window coming through, right? You had a nice reflection here. I took that on my phone. It turned out great. Very minimal edits too. This was natural overhead light as well, if you believe that or not. I did use my camera for this one, but natural overhead lighting, no crazy fancy lights, just the light that was there, right? A lot of my shots, like the ones that were in my studio, here's one I took outside. Do you notice it's not oversaturated? The grays look gray, the blacks look black, the browns look brown. There's a little bit of reddish here and there, but it's not violent, right? It's not violent. It's just clean. This one I took at work as well, I believe. Yeah. Yep. So that's just all with the natural light coming in through my window. This is one of my prouder ones. I did not edit this picture. I didn't edit it. I used these light bars I told you guys about. So with this one, I did a really long exposure, and I had my f-stop set at f16. What that means is the sensor, the ring that lets light into the camera sensor, was about a pinhole, like literally like a needle hole. So very little light was getting in. And then I had one little light on the knife directly, and I had these bar lights set to red and blue. And the shutter was open for 30 seconds for this picture. So for 30 seconds, I'm waving these bars around like lightsabers behind the knife and over it, like over top of it. And that's what you end up with. You end up with these really cool streaky patterns, and they light up the knife. But I did not edit this picture at all. That is exactly how it came off my camera. This one was fun. I obviously edited the fart out of this picture. But that was just a nice picture of a Spidey chef taken on a mirror. And then I did a kind of subtle overlay. Here you go. I took this one. This is just in my kitchen. No fancy lighting, no sunlight, just the built-in overhead lights. Right? Well-balanced picture. Here's another example of me using that morning light that comes through the windows. That was off on my phone. That one was. I took this picture at my office with I'm just saying, like, it's so cool and it's fun to have these light bars and these crazy toys and stuff. But most of the stuff I post on Instagram, you know, I don't need crazy toys, crazy tools and lights and stuff. But mirrors are fun, dude. I'm telling you, mirrors are cool. That one is obviously natural light. This shot of the Quiet Carry Drift. It's like an overlook park. Really dark outside that day. Rainy, obviously. But it was perfectly balanced for the picture. I touched this picture up just a little bit. Brought down the highlights. But other than that, you know, the shots are out there. It's just the big thing is play around with Snapseed, right? And don't post something. Here's another really big tip for you. Don't post something unless you're in love with it, right? You know what I mean? You need a picture of my bedroom ceiling. My bedroom's over there. This is my office. That is a bed. It's like a day bed. It's for when I'm lounging, writing my reviews. This one was natural lighting. I didn't use any fancy lights for this one. That was just a lamp. There was a table lamp right there, and there was a thing of pine cones as decoration, and there you go. And it's not a ton of work. That's what I really want to tell you. This might be a lot of information I'm throwing at you all at once, and I might do like a quick breakdown video of like top 10 things to make your your Instagram pictures better. Like top 10 easy things you can do right now, right? You would walk right by the pine cones and not see that shot. That's the other thing, man. Looking around and seeing what you have. Like that mirror that I was using, like this mirror. I'll pull up this camera again. Up. So this mirror, Kara just had it laying around. It's not like we went out and bought it special, but you know, that's a pretty cool picture you can take with just a mirror that's laying around, right? Another thing I use a lot is this. It's got shit on it, but hold on. Bear with me. I'll leave you with that for a second right there. Well, no, I won't. I'll leave you with the picture of my bedroom ceiling. There you go, Copperlight. You're welcome. You welcome. I use this thing all the time. Oh no, the stickers. It's okay. My wife just told me.
You can get them on Amazon for like you get 3 of them for $8 and they're clear acrylic.
So this thing. Hold on, bear with me, dude. This thing. This is just a cake. It's a cake stand. I didn't even know that. It's literally for putting a cake on. This was a paid class at Blade Show last year. Fuck that. I got you guys. You guys support me enough. I can help you a little bit. Help make Knife Instagram a prettier place, right? So this is just a clear. On Kara's like they're a 3-pack for $8. They're 3 different sizes, and I use this all the time. And what I'll do is I'll put the knife I want to photograph underneath, right? And maybe I'll do something like the watch. And I just play around with it, dude. Let's back that out. That's a little too taut there. Actually, what I might do is that. So then I'll take the same picture but focus on the top layer. That's pretty damn cool. So the effect is friggin' you see the top and the bottom of what you're, normally the background's a little cleaner, but you see what I'm going for here, right? And you can have all kinds of fun with it. Just fart around with it. So like when I'll take pictures, I'll put an EMP EDC knife on top, and then I'll put a bunch of his stickers on the bottom or something like that. But it's cool, and you can get really cool results just of like a floating knife, like with a subtle reflection, normally without all this shit on my desk that I got out to show you guys some things, right? So you kind of have this floating knife effect where you can see through it, you can see under it, you can take a picture from underneath. You can just get weird and wild with it. Or a cool thing to do would be to light it from underneath. Come on. So then the light's filtering in from the bottom. You can get wild with it. Get weird with it. You have my permission. You don't have this creative side of your brain? Okay. Well, that's what I'm here to help you with. I'm here to jumpstart the creative side of your brain. Yep. So Kara just yelled from the other room because she is busy working. Doing actual work. She said, just take 5 a day. Get knife eclectic, get that nice upscale shot, you know what I mean? Just take 5 pictures a day, all in different locations, maybe with different knives, and play around with Snapseed. I can't recommend it enough. To me, it's way easier to use than Lightroom and all that shit. Lightroom and Photoshop is so convoluted. It's such nonsense. Do I do the pics for Spirit Ice Fights? Yes. Yes, I do. Here, I'll show you that stuff. So this is my parents' invention. The ice ball machine. My dad invented it. So this is outdoors. Bright day. It's backlit, right? But it was perfect. The light reflecting off the snow, the shadows in the mounds. You can tell, auto mode. This was taken in auto mode, right? Off of a phone. This was not. This was not. So yeah, I do the product photography for them. These I took here in my office. This is the actual machine. Yeah, no, download First Light on your phone. If you don't have a manual settings mode built into your camera on your phone, download First Light. It's called Filmic First Light. Filmic Pro, you have to pay for, but Filmic First Light should be free. There was recently a picture of me from a long-ass time ago. Where is it? There. What do you think about that? No stash on the man. The bar nightclub show in Vegas, hell of a trade show. Hell of a trade show. But the same rules apply. It's not just knives, right? Yeah, there you go. Zach stuff. Zach takes great pictures, too. Honestly. They're all very well balanced. They're not blown. That one's a little rough, but like his outdoor shots, great. It's a great shot. Everything's balanced. It's not too oversaturated. It's not too dark. It's not blown out. Right? The key if you really want to start getting serious is make the knife look good on a clean background. That's what I'm recommending everybody for homework. If you can make the knife look good on its own, right? On like I said, a piece of construction paper. You pick it up if you have kids, I'm sure you have a shitload of construction paper just laying around. On another thing to avoid real quick, the NAF mats. You know what I'm talking about? The nafs.com knife anatomy mats. I've never been happy with how my pictures turn out on those. Only because it's so noisy. You know what I mean? It's just way too noisy. Let me see if I can even find one. Oh yeah, so this was natural light. You can see the lamp, by the way. So there's a window right here, and then there's this lamp. So no crazy, and I took that with my phone. This one was outdoors. Again, just keeping things balanced. But where do I even have any? Yeah. I just am never overwhelmed. Yes, First Light for taking the pictures. Snapseed for editing them. I'm just never... This feels too noisy for me. This is a noisier pocket dump for me, but all this shit going on, I just don't... I kind of recommend against it. A good Hank, I'm fine with. It's a different kind of noise. Do you know what I mean? I'm having issues explaining it, but... Like, yes, you can take cool pictures on these mats. Sure. Do you see, by the way, remember I told you in the beginning how reflective my workspace was? You see that big glare right there? You want to avoid that. You want to avoid it. You hate to see it. Unless you can take advantage of the reflection. Remember, if it reflects something, treat it like a mirror. So here... you get the subtle reflection of the Timascus in the actual tabletop. Right? And this is something, you're not going to notice that or know to take a picture of it until you practice for a little bit. But my thing is, you're all posting to Instagram every day anyway. You improve it. Because I'm no more talented or skilled than any of you can be. Like, I may have a nicer camera and all this professional lighting and stuff, but with your phone and with that app, like, I'm going to show you guys again because it's so easy to do. That one. It's just so easy to do. This is, I got to rotate it again. Hold on. So this is the First Light app. This is all it is. And you literally, on the left side, you hold and drag down to darken things. You drag up to brighten things. That's it. And the red stripes means something's too bright. And the green means things are perfectly balanced. Great. And the green stripes means it's too dark. That's it. Like, it's just that easy. I can't get... Scott N, this is your phone. I recommend using First Light. Because all I'm using is that big-ass overhead light and this stupid little stick. And that is a clean friggin' shot right there. I'm happy with that. I would post that. You know? If I wanted to do an EDC dump, and that's lots of items, can it work? Yes and no. Should we try it? How it feels, right? Yeah, Zach stuff, highly recommend. First Lights, it's one setting, but it is a game changer, man. It's just this slider on the left. That's all it is. Darker and brighter, darker and brighter. You can, I heard you, babe. I heard you. For sure, Nick. And it's not like Filmic First Light. Yeah, apparently they charge $8 on the Apple Store for some reason. I don't know why. It's free for Android users. It is worth $8 though. If you don't have an iPhone Pro, if you have an iPhone Pro or a Pro Max, it has manual settings mode. There should be something called Pro mode in the camera. Hold on. Let's take a look-see real quick. I've never been an iPhone guy. iPhone. We're going to Google it. We're going to learn together. Look at that. What a load of shit. Why do you guys like iPhone so much? Well, it's just like, I can't believe... Whoa, go... Oh, get out of here, making me disable ad blocker. Always, that's fine. The free option, Visco. Okay, that's good to know. I have Visco. Hold on. Hold on. I did not... You can take photos... Sure. 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 Let's play around with this. What does Disco do? Oh my god, what's happening? Okay. Ah, guys. Okay, look, I opened up Visco. It gives you the same control. Hold on, where's, let's hide. Let's bring this in. Check it out. We're learning together. Things I didn't even know. So this is Visco, VSCO, right? Same general idea. Mark your focus. And then you can control your... At the end of the day, this is all that matters. Controlling your exposure. As long as you have decent light from somewhere, take the picture. Okay, all right. Oh, I gotta... Can I not? It doesn't want to be... Yeah, okay. Well, I didn't know that. Thank you. So edit, and you can edit within here, but this seems like a lot. I would still prefer to edit in. How do I crop in this app? I don't know. Saturation is too high. Bring her down a little bit. Tone. Yep. So these controls are reversed. They don't make much sense to me. But as far as taking the picture goes, discard changes, exit. So you just open up Visco, and there's this button right here to take a picture. And you lock your shit, and you can change your exposure. That's nice. And honestly, you can do this in your phone's manual photo mode. It's just, for whatever reason, on this, it's kind of a pain. So even in automatic mode, you can control your exposure. And that's, I mean, this is technically automatic mode, right? And that's a nice shot. I'm okay with that. Dan Brock, what's up, man? I'm glad you're here. Glad to have you. Yeah, okay. Well, there you go. If you're using Visco, just keeping things balanced. Now, should we judge some? We're not going to roast anybody. I'm saving that. But I do want to look at what some people are coming up with. Scott, and are you on Instagram? What is your Instagram handle? Scotty boy. Found him. Okay. Your contrast is too high. I'm not roasting. This is not a roast. Your contrast is too high. Your saturation is too high. Is this you, Scott? Photographic journey through my collection. Yeah. Oh, boy. These are hurting my eyes, Scott. So, the pictures are excellent, but you're over-editing. That's the biggest thing here. You're over-editing these photos. And that's why I recommend Snapseed, because it's a lot easier to gingerly dial things in, right? Does everybody see what I'm saying? Like, look at... Let's just look at... This. This could be a really cool picture. But it's over sharpened. You can see the graininess back here. It's like way too sharp. It's like been sharpened to the point where it's like hurts my eyes. Like it's so sharp, in fact, that it's stabbing me in the eyeballs, right? Your saturation's way too high. We want the focus to be on the knife, right? Luckily, it's a black and gray knife, but your warmth is up a little too high. Your saturation's way too high. Your contrast is way too high. A great shot, but you just got to reel in the editing. Everything's way, way, way over edited. Like this in video is what it looked like before you edited it. Do you see how oversaturated the green has become? It's almost shiny green. See, this one's okay. Still, it's over sharpened and the contrast is too high, and it looks like your saturation has been boosted a little bit. You lay off the sharpening and that pop filter. Do you know what I'm talking about? Damn, Brock. Oh, okay. Well, let me do this one first. Artificial. Oh, God. Oh, God. So these aren't bad at all. I would prefer something not be edited at all. This is like perfectly balanced. I would post this on my Instagram. Right? It's clean. Clean as a damn whistle, dude. This one as well. It's really easy to go overboard editing outdoor shots. Had to vacuum. What did I miss? It's really easy to go overboard. There's a haze around the knife, so I know you did some editing. That being said, your saturation hasn't been cranked. It's not over sharpened. The knife is clearly in the foreground. We got a cool shadow. Nice grain pop here. Yeah, these are great. No issues here. Right? I would almost rather something not be edited at all. As long as, it's taken, like this is a great one too. I would bring down your orange and your red coloring on this one, because this is really bright. I would almost bring the saturation down, like a lot, overall. Just bring your saturation slider down on that one. Because the knife is black and gray, so it won't change the way the knife looks. It'll just clean up and de-orangify all this nonsense. Don't slide it down all the way till it's black and white, but... just bring it down a little bit. Just bring it down a little bit. Yeah, these are great, Blade. Some of these I would darken. Like these I can tell weren't really edited at all. Just bring your exposure down in Snapseed and bring your contrast up just a little bit. Otherwise, you're there. Like, it's fine. Like these being the raw photos, excellent. Excellent. I'm telling you, I would prefer everyone under edits. as opposed to over editing. All day. Scott in, your pictures are this good, they're just over edited. Hyper reality. Scott, I need everything to be insane. Let's see. Kyle Coonley, I mean, are you on Instagram? I can look at yours. Knife Eclectic. Marty! Where you at, Marty? Marty, I don't know that I ever had an issue with yours. Other than some were a little too over sharpened. Not to the extreme. Yeah, I don't, some of them, this one, your saturation's up too high. That's why I love using Snapseed, because of the selective tool. You can just pick the scales and only change the color and the contrast of just the scales, and everything else stays the same. That way you don't end up ruining the whole picture when you just want to adjust one tiny piece of it, right? That Snapseed selective tool is just magical. Yeah, no, and these last two are excellent. Really nice, well-balanced shot. No issues. Smoky haze going on here. Contrast, your sharpness is over the top, but it looks really cool. Looks like dirty and rustic. You know, sometimes it works, you know, on over, like, stylized things, but Z-Man, you've been trying harder. Let's do an update on Z-Man real quick. Zachary. Oh yeah, baby. Big improvement. Massive improvement. Great. It's not oversaturated. The blues are well balanced. This doesn't look orange, right? When your hardwood starts to look orange, your saturation's too high. That's great. Good shit. Lighting's great. This one, see, orange. Do you see what I'm talking about? Orange wood. And this one, not so orange. More mild, right? Do you see what I'm talking about with the orange? So your saturation's up. So on this one, I'll take you back to Snapseed, and I'll show you how to fix it. Real quick. Oh, God. Let me find a shot where there's, like, exposed hardwood. Oh, okay, here. We'll do this one. So we'll do this one here with the cat, because you guys like that so much. So I'm going to move myself down over here. Look, really easy. Really easy. So what happened here on that picture, if you pick pop, so I just picked the pop filter, which is what I believe Scott's doing. Do you see how orange that wood turns? Watch, I'll turn it off. It looks like wood, right? It looks like fucking wood. And if I turn on accentuate, especially, orange. All right? We don't want that. We don't want that. We don't want orange. So for this picture, with like wood in the background, because it's really easy for it to get out of control, this saturation slider, orange. You turn up the saturation too high on a picture of hardwood, and it'll always turn orange, and it looks bad, right? So honestly, this picture is pretty well balanced, so I'm going to leave that alone. I'm going to bump the contrast a little bit, and all that's going to do is if I zoom in on the hardwood, it just makes the grain pop a little bit. Do you guys see it? Low contrast. Boost it just a little bit, like 35, 40, something like that. So we see the wood grain. I'm going to leave saturation alone. Ambience. Here's another great thing with Snapseed. Ambience is like you can adjust your saturation without everything turning orange. And sometimes dropping the ambience looks really cool. Like, I think it looks really cool here in this case. So I'm going to drop the ambience on this one. But if you do want colors to pop a little bit, but you don't want the colors to turn orange, Just bump up your ambience a little bit. If you go all the way, it's going to turn orange. But if you just bump it up a little bit, the colors will pop a little more, but they won't change, right? So for this, I'm going to turn ambience down because that looks really cool. So before and after, right? Then we're going to go to our highlights. That's the window, the actual light coming through the window. And I'm going to bring those down. And then our shadows, which is everything other than that, I'm going to bring those down too. Just to really make this picture pop. Right? Zooming in on wood again. Sorry. So then this is that selective tool I told you about. So like, what if I want to just darken or brighten the cat's butt and nothing else, right? So the red area, as you make your circle bigger, your selective area bigger. So I can just darken his butt, or I can brighten his butt, right? Let's bump the contrast. Let's bring the saturation down. And there you go. The cat's butt's more balanced, right? Before and after. Small changes, but small changes that make a really big difference. And if I just want the cat in focus, I'll hit it with this lens blur. And then I can blur out everything else. Right? So before and after. Pretty cool. Pretty wild. Honestly, I don't like that lens blur. Oh no, stop. A lot of the times what I'll do is I'll add a vignette. Right? And that's just like that kind of dark ring. You can also add a white vignette, but I think it looks stupid. So just a subtle vignette. Ever so subtle. Before and after. Right? It pops, but it's not totally changing the image. But to fix his image, where everything was too orange, I would go into I would go into the tune image, go all the way down to warmth, and just drag it down. Not that much, everything turns blue, but if your warmth is too high, everything's orange. Just drag it down. If things get too out of control, too bright, too orangey, drag the warmth down. There you go. Right? I love Snapseed. Play with it. It's basically all I use. We'll hide that. That was me. I hid myself. But generally speaking, like this is a cut above everything else you've been doing. So this one, your highlights are blown out. Your background's really blown out. You want to avoid being backlit. You can make it work. Like, for example, this picture I did for the ice ball machine. Gabriel, what's up, man? And Mark Ridgewell, what's up, man? You guys like that one of the Barbie? National Barbie Day? I like this picture. Playing with mirrors again. Barbie's a drunk, in case you guys are wondering. So this one, it's backlit, right? But you want to avoid having your subject, the foreground, right, be too dark. If this is too dark, you can't fix it. You can't brighten this up without it looking like shit. But you can bring this highlight brightness down, which is what I did, and then I darkened my shadows to make this area pop. But we didn't lose this. You know? So you want to keep the sun out of your eyes, so to speak, when you're taking a picture like this. Blame Dexter, how many items in a picture would you say is too much? 4. Anything over 4 is too much for me. So, hold on, let me show you what I used to do. When I first got into the knife world, I almost exclusively posted to Reddit. So I'll show you some of my earliest Reddit posts. And I made all the same mistakes you guys did, right? I'm not immune to them. I've just learned, right? I've learned over the time that I've been doing this. This is one of my most popular like shots I ever posted to Reddit. 1.7 thousand likes, right? Basically upvotes. This is horrible. This is terrible, right? Now look at this picture and tell me it doesn't look like you just got out of a swimming pool. Do you know what I'm talking about? When it's like really sunny and bright outside and you've had goggles on and you come out of the swimming pool as a kid and you take your goggles off, everything has that like bluish yellow haze. You know? This is too much. I don't know why it was liked so much. Unfortunately, Reddit is just a sea of this. Like this, and this is over contrasty, oversaturated, or not oversaturated, but the contrast and the sharpness is too high, and you get this weird blotchy haze on everything, you know? That was back when my smock was the same. That was back when I owned a Kershaw. These are the early days. Early days. I'm seeing if I can find some other ones that I went overboard on. Pretty Smurfy pick. Yeah, it's pretty brutal, dude. It's pretty brutal. I know. Oh god, my flashlight. Oh dear. Oh dearie me. I was telling you, like, it's too sharp, it's like over sharpened, it's too contrasty. That's what I did here. Zach stuff. You sweet man. Pulse is in the chat for our dude Zach. But you see the floor is all like, it almost hurts your eyes. It's like something's wrong. It's that hyper reality. You described it perfectly. It's just, and look at the lines in my hand and shit. Do you know what I mean? Like, what is going It hurts my eyes. It hurts my eyes. And I've learned, right? You don't need to over edit. Like, oh, this one's one of my worst, right? This one's one of the worst ones I ever took. Oh, it's so bad. Oh, God, it's bad. Do you see the, like, look at this. Just look at the orange knife box. Look at it. It's way over sharpened. The contrast is way too high. Oh, God. The blotchiness, like, this is a white wall. Look what's going on back here. It's bad. This is what you want to avoid in, right? This is absolutely, you don't want this. I would not post this now. I would then, because I didn't know any better, right? Urban Woodsman. Yeah, for sure, dude. Let's take a look. Urban Woodsman. You tagged me in a pic. Oh, okay. Well, I just need to go here. I need to go over here now. And I'm going to go down here. Copperlight, I'm glad you're enjoying it, man. I do love this stuff, and it's like, they're all little things that can help you with so much. Aha, so, is this Urban Woodsman? This is Budgeteer Blades. So, too dark. Too dark. That's my only complaint there. Did you send it to me, or did you tag me in it? Somebody said they sent me something about mirrors. Oh, Michael Morgan, perfect. Thanks, man. I'll be sure. I'll be sure to keep an eye out for that Polaroid. Same thing. Look, oh, wrong one. So look, Knife Eclectic, my guy. Yeah, a little light on donations this week, but you guys are always so good to me. Calls is in the chat for our dude, Knife Eclectic. Marty. So, same thing. I want to be able to zoom in. Can I? Do you see the graininess is here in the blade? It's your sharpness is way too high. So you're getting the same kind of grainy blotchiness that I got here, right? The same thing's happening here. On the scales, it's oversaturated, it's too red. Back here in the background, you can really see it in things that are out of focus, that graininess. So you just want to avoid that at all costs. You want to edit little bits at a time. You don't want to go cranking. If you can't make a picture look the way you want by just making small changes in your editing, then you shouldn't use that picture. You should retake the picture. That's hard, and that's why I tend to overshoot. Like, I will take 15 of the same picture with different exposures, different angles and stuff like that, just to get the right one. This is a great shot. I like the shot. I like the reflection. I could do without the bottle of hand sanitizer in the background, but generally speaking, it's a nice shot. It's just over-edited still. It's just over-sharpened, and the contrast is too high. And I mean, look at the blue here and the green, how insanely like neon that is. Again, your pictures are really well shot. They're really well shot. They're just over edited. You know what I mean? Like, this is a beautiful, beautiful shot. This is a great shot. But oranges, the blues are way too bright. This orange is like, this leather is like blown out, bright, sunburst orange. You know what I mean? So with Snapseed and that selection tool, you can just bring down the saturation here and kill that really bright blue. And you can bring down the saturation just in this area and bring down that really bright orange. And I would lower your sharpness. I would kind of unsharp, so to speak. And that would fix this, right? I would love to see the raw photo that came off of your camera. You should send me that. Send me that, Scott, if you get the chance. Cue ball, what the heck, man? Tin Bones. From the man, the myth, Chris. Love you, dude. Love you, man. You said you sent me something earlier. It still hasn't come through. R.I.P. What did Jason send me? There it is. Urban Woodsman. So that's nice. I like that. Under-edited, right? Right? You've under-edited it. Edited. Very nice soft orange coming off the candle. You get a nice reflection on the Zippo here. Personally, I would have scooted all of the only real complaint I have here is I would have scooted it all forward so that the blanket takes up the whole thing. So it's not blanket and then grass. It's just all blanket, right? But otherwise, it's a great shot. There are little areas that I would use that selection tool, right? And pick. So I would select just the handle of this knife and brighten it up a little bit and increase the contrast just a little bit in Snapseed. And that'll make the colors on it pop really well. And I would probably do the same thing on this little red flame. I would just select that little red flame, brighten it up the contrast just a tiny, tiny bit. And that'll make that little splash of red pop. But otherwise, it's excellent. Good stuff. Good stuff. What's in the background? Right, exactly. Right. So this, as is, I would, like, A+, if it was just all blanket. Right? So for me, I get really annoyed if I'm taking a picture because I have my work surface that's brown, then I have this like laminate hardwood that's gray, and then I have like a gray matte. If like two textures end up in the picture, it like eats me alive. I just want one clean texture to make up your whole background. Otherwise it feels noisy, right? Grumpy Grunt, good to see you, man. Everybody check out Grumpy's channel. He's a good dude. Quality knife content. Yeah, big fan of that one. Meow. Yeah, so if you guys saw my story, these are those like lightsaber lights that I was showing you earlier. And this is the kind of crazy stuff you can do with it. It can, yeah, Kara just yelled at me. She's like, I disagree about the textures. It can be done right. Right. But it's if they're clashing textures, right? That's when you run into trouble. Like for me, 2 shades of gray and then a brown and then a black knife. That's like too much going on. But you can have layered textures. For me, though, it's like the main background has to be one thing, and then you can have a texture on top of that. Like what Screaming Pirate does with coffee beans, right? You're layering that texture. Peter McKinnon literally uses sawdust and will sprinkle that on like a flat lay. And that's a great way to add pop and texture to something without over-editing it, right? Josh Worth with $5 $8. I don't care. Love you, man. Thanks, Josh. Cheers, my dude. Patina, I sent you some feet pics. Perfect. So you're out of focus. But, and I would bring down the warmth because this gray on the knife is looking kind of like reddish, has like a orangey reddish hue to it. You know what I mean? Same here for the blacks. So I would use that selection tool. Honestly, I would just change your white balance. I would, on Snapseed, just go to the very bottom where it says warmth on your tune image slider and just bring the warmth down just like maybe -5, -10, and this will all pop. What's Scott sending me now? Ooh, so see, Scott, dude, you could have posted. I'm saving it. I'm saving it. I'm sending it to myself. Let me show you. Let me show you Scotty Too Hottie. Scotty Too Hottie! Show him folder. Let me upload this right quick. And I want to show you guys. Oh, I'm dumb, dude. I can literally pull it up on my phone. I want to show you guys how I would edit this on my in Snapseed, right? All right. We got it. Ladies and gentlemen, we got it. Check this out. Because that's a beautiful shot, dude. Let's open her up. Open up some Snapseed real quick. And I've saved his picture. Right? Whoop. Beautiful shot, right? Beautiful shot. Love it. So I'm going to start on this one, right? Terry, my dude, what is... Hold on, let me... Oh, God. Oh, Lordy. Oh, Lordy. Oh, watch out there. Terry, you sweet, beautiful man. All right. Let's crop it. Crop it for Instagram. 5:4 crop factor, right? I like that right there. A little splash in the background. That's sweet. Cool. Great. So, cue ball, I will look as soon as I'm done with this edit. So this is our raw photo. So, look what happens. I'm going to see if I can recreate what you did. I'm going into my presets, which I almost never use. This is what happens when I use the pop preset. Look familiar? And even that is still undersaturated compared to what you posted. If I use accentuate, do you see what's happening? Bright orange, overblown blue on the blade, and way too grainy. So I'm leaving it alone. I might do portrait. So this is why I use portrait a lot. Before, just the portrait. So our oranges are getting darker, but we can fix that, right? So let's do that. And I'm going to use the selective tool here. And I'm going to darken this. And I'm going to turn down the saturation. I'm going to up the contrast. Ooh, I might. Right? So now we have brown leather again, not orange leather, right? So I'm going to use the selective tool again. I'm going to select this blue splash here. So you see how that's all that's selected, right? I'm going to turn down the brightness a little bit, and I'm going to turn down the saturation a little bit. A lot of bit. And I might bring the structure down a little bit and, ooh, up the contrast a little bit. So we have that nice kind of splash of blue, but it's not crazy, right? It's not over the top. And honestly, oh, here's another thing to avoid that a lot of people do. You see this drama setting? It's called different things in different apps. Avoid this. Look what it does. These are the pictures you see on Instagram all the time. Do you see? Like, they're all bad. They're all bad. You don't want any of these. It's all icky. It makes me feel icky. So I kind of want to brighten up the tip of the blade just a little bit, up the contrast. And actually get out of that. And I'm going to go, God dang it, get out of that. I'm going to go to Tune Image. I'm going to bump our overall contrast, bring our ambience up. That'll lighten up the wood. Highlights down a little bit. Shadows up, just not too much. So there's your picture. So let me save that. And then I'll do this. We'll do a side-by-side. Where is it? Where's your... Here you go. Oh, no. Oh, no. Let me move my face. There's no place to put my face. Okay. Whoa. What? I want to see this one. I want to see the other one. I've broken Instagram. I broke it. Did you post that before? I don't think you did. But you guys can see. Just let me do a damn side by side here. Side by side. Do you see in this? The blues, the crazy bright blues, the crazy oranges are gone. They're all muted on mine. Before and after. Before and after. And the blues are killed off. The intense orangey grain on the wood is gone, right? This is a nice pick. This is a quality pick. I'm proud of that. But it's really not that hard. You can't just mash buttons. Who said that? Grumpy Grunt? I mash buttons until it looks cool. Fair enough. Fair enough. Should we check out Grumpy? Should we check out the Gruntmeister? All right. Let's take a looky see. Now, Grumpy, you're selling yourself short. You're selling yourself short here, man. Like this, for example, excellent. This is an excellent shot. See, here's another easy way to avoid oversaturation. Just kill the color in a shot. Kill it. And he has the one Hank that pops in this. But everything else is pretty well balanced. The highlights on the blade are a little too high, but this is like cash money. Grumpy Grunt's just being modest. This one could use work. Blown out way too bright. So exposure needs to come down. Your structure or sharpening needs to come down. Blazeburger, you get yourself a shower. You wash up, pal. Why don't you wash up? Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot. So your contrast needs to come up on the handle. The brightness on the highlights needs to come way down. Your shadow brightness needs to come down. So this one, just darken it and like unsharpen it a little bit, and you should be fine. That's a fine shot. I'm okay with that one. See, this one's cool, but it's the opposite of the other one. This one, the blade handle exposure needs to come up a little bit. Just a little bit. Right? Use that selective tool, and you can just brighten up this really easily. So you can see that carbon fiber. So you see that fiber pop. You know what I mean? Ah, hell yeah, blades. Yeah, I mean, it's just such an easy tool to use. I just figured I was able to get my phone like showing on the stream. So I wanted to show you guys how I edit my pictures. I mean, 9 times out of 10, I don't have fancy Photoshop. I don't spend a ton of money on editing software. For me, it's like make sure the photo looks good before it goes into editing. That way you don't have to do a lot in editing. Because what happens is when you have to do a lot in editing, your pictures are never going to turn out the way you want them. Like this, for example. The knife is not the focus in this image. It's very blurry. You're backlit. So if you literally just turn this knife around and sat on the other side of that table, that picture would be perfect, right? Picture would be perfect. What do you got for me? Yeah, okay. So, again, it's a cool shot. It's an epic shot. I love the raw image, but you see all this blotchiness? Like, it's almost like specks everywhere. Do you guys see what I'm talking about? Merbler, Kerber, Ferber. Right, so here, this is nice. It just needs a little love. And we gave it a little love. This is just too much love. But let me ask you guys, of these two images, which one do you prefer? Am I being too picky when I say I don't like that? Because it's too over-edited. Because to me, the raw photo just needs the highlights brought down and the contrast brought up a tiny bit, and you're done. Right? Which one do you guys like better? Wait, which one was I supposed to talk about, Grumpy? This one. Okay. It's still over-sharpened. It's over-sharpened. I get you did that to make the textures and everything, but it's so we have this crazy honeycomb texture here, and the crazy texture from the micarta, and then a crazy bark pattern. It's a cool shot. You can't, well, there you go. If that's the point, look, I'm not going to shit on it, because at the end of the day, this is all about like taste and what you want to see, right? But all I'm saying is my taste has changed over 20 years of taking pictures, right? 25 years of taking pictures. And I think I've got it where I want it. Like, I'm proud of every photo I post, right? And I think you guys should be too. And you can be. Who sent me oh, I have a bunch of requests. Whoa. Who? Yeah, dude. I totally want to check out your prototype. Why? Sorry, guys. Sorry. I would love to. I dig that. I'm a big fan. Yeah, you can't you need to not over sharpen an image. 9 times out of 10, I will do one of two things on my pictures, right? I will not change the sharpening adjustment at all. Leave it alone, right? And or I will bring it down. I will soften the image up, not sharpen it, right? Because you end up with like a classier, cleaner shot. Love it. Love it, Brass Brigade. By the way, if you guys haven't gotten it yet, I think the 14th is your last day. See, Knife Modders does a great job. This is not, like, if anything, they just darkened the shadows in the background, because this is perfectly well balanced, right? Patina Turner, you want me to edit one of yours? I'm here to teach you how to edit. Sinister, what's up, man? Sad face, sweaty face, goat peanut. I'm confused. This is not the right Patina Turner. Is it? Coprolite, I'll be 30 this year. You guys believe that shit? I know I look like I'm about 3. God damn these drop frames. I don't know what's going on with my internet. Sinister, what's happening? Which Patina Turner am I looking for? I'm so late. It's all right. Nick Martino, you do. Oh, and to answer your question, Nick, seriously, like 4 things. Like the most I'll do. Let's go through real quick while I wait for Patina Turner to send me. Oh, I got it. I found it. I got a backseat streamer over in the other room here. Ah, yes, Patina. Patina, yours is one that I never had issues with. You don't need my help, dude. You don't need my help. These are all perfectly well balanced. Do you see what I mean? Like, look. Great picture, right? No. Like, it's not over sharpened. It's not oversaturated. Everything's well balanced. The colors align really well. We have this deep green, this deep maroon, a kind of brown, this reddish brown, an orange, like a deep, dark orange, almost like red. This all works for me. And talking about stacking textures and doing it right. So we have this nice kind of blanket towel thing in the background. We have a flipper fin, 2-tone, and then a waterproof knife, a wet flipper fin and a waterproof. This all works, right? And it's a really well done shot. You have all the detail in the knife, but you don't have the graininess. Nothing's blown out. There's no over sharpening. My eyes don't hurt, right? You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't need to edit shit, man. You're good. You're good. You get a pass. Your stuff lately, especially. Like, these are excellent. These are excellent. Excellent. And to who was asking me earlier, I can't remember. Help. Sinister, I am old enough to be Cole's dad. Who? Nick Martino. Like this one, for example. There's a lot of things in this picture. You ask me, like, how many things is too many, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? We have 6 different things. But in this image, there's a centerpiece, and it's the knife. The knife is the focus. This is all just extra. And it's really well laid out. Like, it's hard to explain. Like, this, I don't like nearly as much as I like this kind of controlled chaos. Do you know what I mean? Like, this looks like a dump, but it just so happened that the knife landed right in the middle, perfectly framed, right? Oh, Knife Eclectic. Perfect. I got it now. I get the goat nuts. I gotcha. Kyle sent me a pic. Where's it at? Zach sent me a pic. Ooh. See, that's nice. Look, it's not over sharpened and it's not oversaturated, but we still get the nice pops of color here. I got no complaints. I got none. Great shot. Quality shot. Where did you send it? Nick the salesman? Or did you send it to the right person? Kyle, where are you, man? My messages sometimes just don't load. Come on, baby. There he is. I found him. I found my dude. Ooh, that is a... Dude, is that a stab wood? Squonk mod? Is that a stab wood squonk mod, dude? Are you squonking? Kyle Coonley's a man after my own heart. Oh, dude, I was a squonker for life, man. Bam, a knife guy. I go live every Sunday morning, dude. Grump, you do not suck. Grumpy Grump, look. I'm telling you, man. 90% of your shots I have no complaints about. There's good and there's bad. That's all I'm saying. But when there's good, there's really good. Like this shot. To me, perfectly balanced, not oversaturated. The blues pop, but we still have black that looks like the color black, gray or silver that looks gray, a brown that looks brown and not orange. Like this is a great shot. I got no complaints, man. And I get what you're saying. Creative liberties, for sure. Like, this shot's crazy as hell. I don't know what the hell's going on, but I like it because it's a warning, right? What is this? See? It's sick. I'm just saying for the average knife enthusiast, there are ways to up your game. This one's great, especially for an outside shot with the sky in the background. Excellent. Perfectly balanced. That is like a near perfect photograph. So don't beat yourself up, Grumpy. Stabwood Squonk mod. Where's he at? Where you at, Kyle? Are you paying attention? Oh, it's not a squonk? Whew. That's gorgeous. Stabwood's pricey, dude. Stabilized wood is really, really cool. I never got any vape mods in Stabwood, but would love to see more scale material in this kind of Stabwood or whatever they call it in the knife world. I've hit my peak, will be. Oh, shit. So for this picture, is this a reflection over here? We got this big reflection we're dealing with. And it's not a flattering one. I would say this is over sharpened. And there's no contrast at all. It's like everything's the same, right? I want the subject to pop from the backdrop. That's why a lot of the times I use a light gray or a light hardwood material, right? Because everything I own, in most cases, is going to pop off of a brown or a gray. And that's why mirrors are so cool, because everything pops on a mirror, right? Oh, I'm so jealous, dude. I want a Roxy 4 so bad. Thirsty? Oh, it's thirsty. Bama. Bam. So I want to see, like, what was the most things. This was a lot for me, but again, it's not all straight lines. It's kind of controlled chaos, right? If you're going to have a lot of things in a shot. And to me, this shot tells a story. I bought a Benchmade. I put a new blade on it. These are the tools I used, right? This one is 3 pins and a knife. I just wanted, these were like all the orange and black things I could find when the Bengals were in the Super Bowl. But again, see how everything pops against that flat gray background? That's why I use it so much. This is a lot. But again, this isn't one of my best. It really isn't. Sunglasses are really hard, by the way, to photograph. Sunglasses are so hard. It's like photographing a mirror, but you don't want a reflection in it. It's so annoying. These were just all the red and black things I could find to match the CVV. But again, everything pops on that gray background. Kind of lined everything up in an interesting way. But when you have too much different things going on, the reason these work with so many items is because of the colors, right? They're matchy-matchy. When you have like browns and grays and greens and reds and pinks and oranges all piled on top of each other, it becomes noisy and it becomes overwhelming, right? I'm trying to find some other ones. Like here's 4. 2 knives, a watch, and a wallet, right? But it works. It's just when everything becomes... Trying to find an example of... I mean, I showed you the blue one. That was like too much, honestly. Trying to find more... Like, this one's okay. I'm not like the proudest of this one. And here's what I mean by I hate when I have multiple textures on accident. Also, this knife over here. This is not my best work. So we have... This is all I wanted, but I ended up with shit over here, and you can see the floor underneath. Like, this is not the kind of layered texturing you want. You want to avoid that, right? This was my early days. This was a throwback post. Remember I told you guys I hate orange? I hate it when wood turns orange. Guess what? Guess what, Chief? I used to do it too. That's why I'm telling you not to do it. This is exactly what Scott's photos look like now. And that's not to say they're bad photos. I'm just saying there's a cleaner, nicer way to do it, right? Bama, let's check it out, dude. Bama. Where you at? Ooh, dude, do you have a transparent blade swap? Holy shit. I love mine. I'm in love with mine. In love with mine. Better. I'm getting a reflection here, but it's fine. It still feels over sharpened, but perfect uniform background. Knife isn't perfectly centered. I would have liked to see that dead center, but excellent shot. You get the grind lines here. Your blues aren't like overblown. It just looks like you're sharpened. It's over sharpened. I think that's the only issue. It's a beautiful shot though. This one's good. I like that. I like where you're going. You're headed in the right direction. Yeah. Oh, contrasted and over sharpened, but your color balance is great. Layout's great. This is a nice dump. Mike Jernak, yeah, I'm getting ready to sign off here in a little bit. I just want to see what else my dude's been up to. Yes. See, it's a game changer when you use one uniform background. That's a great shot. Again, over sharpened. You see all the graininess? And I get it. I mean, it's stonewashed, like heavily stonewashed, right? But, perfect. It's great. I would kill these reflections off the table a little more. And the way to do that is to bring your highlights down a little bit and then use that selective tool to kind of select the certain really bright areas and bring those down. But, oh, did I not like that one? Yeah, I liked it. Better and better every day, my dude. Better and better every day. This one needs a little love. I would bring up saturation and contrast a little bit on the blue handles, make that pop a little bit. And I would bring down the saturation and bump up the contrast on the blade. So, here. We'll do one more edit real quick. Let's pull up Bammy. Let's pull up Bammy on the old cellular device here. Whoop, whoop. Oh, I was just there. So, actually, I'll use this one. I'm just going to screenshot it. Oh, no, please don't tell me the volume's in there. We're good. I'm stealing your shit, dude. All right. So, here's our picture. Let's go long ways. There we go. There's our picture. Do you see what I mean by the graininess in everything? So for this one, if I go portrait mode, nope, I'm not doing it. So we're gonna raw dog it. So I just went to tune image. I'm gonna bring the brightness down a little bit. Honestly, I'm gonna leave contrast alone. Saturation's fine. Ambience, I'm gonna bring that down a little bit. Highlights. That brings the blade down, that's fine. Shadows. Let's bring the shadows down. So let's bring our selective tool in. And I'm just eliminating all saturation from the blade. So the blade's gray, right? And I'm going to take this and select the handle. And I'm going to lower the structure a little bit. Clean it up. Soften it up. Where it is? I'm going to use this Glamour Glow. Ooh, I need to crop it as well real quick. So I want that knife dead nut centered. And there you go. So the wood grain pops a little more. And our knife is like perfectly centered. And I'm into it. You know what I mean? I do want to check out one more of your... I want to show you on this picture as well, real quick, what I would have done on this one. So on this and here, let me tell you something. Let's snap that thing. Snap that thing. And I am very limited because, again, I'm literally just taking screenshots off your Instagram. But so portrait helps a lot. So sometimes your portrait filter is going to help a lot, right? Kind of flat, no contrast. Just putting portrait on there, and you get this nice kind of beautifully faded contrast where it's like darker at the bottom and gets brighter as it goes up. I'm going to leave that alone. I'm going to leave ambience alone as well. Like I said, honestly, this doesn't really need much. That one filter, portrait, and I'm going to use my selection tool. Excuse me. And I'm just selecting the stonewash portion of the blade here, right? Just that little area. And I'm going to bring the saturation down. Do you see the difference? Oh, here, let me do it like this. I'm going to bring the brightness down, bring the contrast up, bring the saturation down, right? So you see how there's like that orangey hue on the blade? And now it's gone. I'm going to do the same thing. Selective tool. I'm going to select the blue scales. Brighten them up. Bump up the contrast. Do the same thing up here. I might even bump up the saturation on both. But just the scales. Right? So now, and is that gold highlights too? So I'm going to select the gold as well. Beautiful. And I'm going to bump up the contrast, bump up the saturation just on the gold. So there you go. You see how much pop, do you see all that pop, dude? Look at that pop. So here's your before. Before. Oh, let me move my stupid hand. And after. You see what I mean? You see what I'm talking about? Little changes make a world of difference. That baby pops now. Pop it. You pop it. So there you go. So then what I'll do is we'll do this. I'll use layout. I use this all the time for before and afters. Before and after. Let's just focus on the handle. You see what I'm talking about? You see what's going on here? I'm going to save it. Done. I want to open her up in gallery. Whoop. Where is it? Right here. Very subtle changes, but the selection tool is a game changer. So now your gold and your blue handle pops. We got rid of the kind of off orange color on the blade, on the stonewash area of the blade. That's it. I didn't try that hard. Cue ball, I use Snapseed. Oh, you mean to do the side-by-side? Oh, that's called Layout. It's this app, Layout, right here. Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. It's by Instagram. If you just go to the App Store and type in Layout Instagram, that's what the double picture thingy is. These are all of my photo and video editing apps. Look at this. I've used it all. I've literally used everything. But yeah, I'm very proud of that. See, little changes they just make such a big difference. And I figure I could show you the world. I can show you the world. But excellent stuff, Bama. Quality goods. You're all doing excellent work. I'm proud of all of you. Yes, Zach's stuff is got his live stream, I believe, here in about 10 minutes, so we should wrap this up. I do want to do like a more structured, like I said, top 10 like tips for better Instagram pictures, right? Something I want to work on. Very nice, very nice. Snapseed. I said it like 1,000 times. Google's Snapseed. It's Google's own in-house built photo editing app. Use it. It's on Apple. It's on Android. You can't use it on the computer, but that's fine. It's amazing. That selection tool is a game changer. It's the same thing as like that stupid Tracy selection tool that you use in like Microsoft Paint or actual Photoshop for masking, but it does all the work for you. It's amazing. And in the future, they're going to add it so you can just erase things out of images. Like that currently on Google phones, like the Pixel 6 and whatever, just to tap it on in. They're going to be adding a bunch of crazy features to it, a bunch of like AI powered nonsense to Snapseed. So definitely it is my go-to photo editing app. Like 85% of what you see on my Instagram will be edited on the computer and then still goes through Snapseed before it's finally posted. So, all right, that's it for me. 3.5 hours. I love you all. I hope this was helpful. Like I said, if you have questions, message me, but just little changes is the big takeaway. Snapseed, use it. And little changes. If you can't fix a photo with little changes, retake the photo. And I guess that's all I got to say to you. Good luck. Take some beautiful pictures. Because middle of the month, or towards the end of the month, me and Brandon from Everyday Minimalist are going to do a joint Instagram spit roast. And he's better than I am. So he's pickier than I am, right? So really excited to see what you guys have to post. You can use the hashtag Tristate Roasts on Instagram, and I'll automatically see it, and I'll be able to find them very easily. But until next time, thank you all so very, very much for watching. I'll see you on Zach Stuffs Live. I'll be in the kitchen if you need me. Love y'all. Have a lovely Sunday. God bless. Hollow be thy grind and all that jazz. Bye.